Chapter 40-25. Behind them, Yushurtia sighed when she saw this scene. As expected, these early-stage minor saints were no match for him at all. Sigh, why can't my appearance attract a sacred venerate? She desperately hoped that a sacred venerate would appear to kill him. However, it seemed unrealistic. The 7 people around her knelt on the ground. Even a minor saint was dead. Could the 7 of them fight against him? I gave you a chance, but you didn't cherish it, so don't blame me. Lin Xian waved his hand and flicked out a few rays of sword qi, destroying the 7 people's souls. Then, he turned his head to look at Yushurtia. All right, you don't have to follow me anymore. Go to your own things. If I need you, I'll look for you. Lin Xian's figure flickered, and he left. It was too troublesome to bring Yushurtia along. He was in a hurry. This battle also attracted the attention of many. After all, it was a battle between minor saints. Many people rushed over. They wanted to watch the battle. However, when they arrived, they discovered that heaven and earth were collapsing. There was blood of a saint in the void, and there were even cries. Songtianya, had a minor saint fallen? Their scalps went numb. Which terrifying existence had done it? One had to know that from the beginning to the end of the battle, only a short time had passed. The one who had done it must be an extremely terrifying expert. Look, there's someone ahead. They saw an extremely beautiful woman walk out of the sea of blood. Her every frown and smile carried endless charm. She was so beautiful. Many people's eyes were red. They were stunned. Soon, Yushurtia also left. Behind her, 8 figures followed. These 8 people had infatuated eyes, and their gazes were fiery as they prostrated themselves at Yushurtia's feet. More and more experts descended on Qingshui planet. In the end, it caused an uproar. Because a prodigy on the pilgrim rankings had also come. The person who came was Yuquan. It seemed that he had come out of seclusion. He actually attracted Yuquan to come, as expected of Murong Qingqing and Jianchan. Why do I feel like he's coming for Lin Xian? You mean Lin Wudi? It was said that Yuquan had suffered a loss at the hands of Lin Wudi on Celestial Fate. Now, he should be looking for Lin Wudi. He wouldn't attack Murong Qingqing, would he? Countless discussions broke out. After secluded spring came, he looked down on everyone, and no one dared to provoke him. After hearing the news, his face turned cold. Noisy. Destroy them for me. Soon, their followers began to move out. Who spoke ill of our young master just now? Come here. I'll chop off his head. The other people were so scared that they fled madly. The few followers killed in all directions. For a while, no one dared to talk about it anymore. Not long after, another figure descended, causing countless people to scream. Oh heavens, Emotio. Is he here too? It was too inconceivable. This Emotio also had a grudge against Lin Wudi? Everyone was talking about it. No, why do I feel that their goal is not just Lin Wudi? There might be something wrong with Clearwater. These people were too excited. The arrival of the 2 experts on the pilgrimage leaderboard caused an uproar. Within a few days, news about Qingshui planet spread. It turned out that Qingshui Xin, who didn't seem famous now, was extremely famous tens of thousands of years ago. It was said that an extraordinary person called Duan Qingshan appeared in that world. Later on, Duan Qingshan became a sage king. It was said that Duan Qingshan lived in seclusion on Clearwater in his later years. Perhaps his inheritance and tomb were there. There was such a rumor. Everyone was shocked. Could it be that the people on the pilgrimage leaderboard were here for Duan Qingshan? For a moment, everyone was talking about it. In a main city on Clearwater, people came and went in an endless stream. This was the fastest place to gather information. Generally, people who wanted to gather information would come here. On the streets of the city, there were several terrifying figures walking there. They were 3 demon beasts. One of them was incomparably red. It was a cheetah that seemed to have reached the realm of a demon saint. On the other side, one was a majestic lion, and the other was a snow demon wolf. The cold aura they exuded was abnormally terrifying. On the backs of the 3 demon saints sat 3 figures. The one riding the snow demon wolf was a beautiful woman. She had a round face and big eyes. She was very cute. Wherever the 3 of them passed, people would make way for them. Obviously, the 3 of them had powerful backgrounds. However, There was a figure in front of them who did not give way at all. Did this kid have a death wish? The man riding the red cheetah snorted coldly and was about to attack. The girl next to him said, "No, senior brother. He's only a level 5. What's wrong with that?" "That's right. We don't care about people like him." The cute girl took a few deep breaths. Then, her beautiful eyes were filled with shock. "I smelled the scent of blood on his body. He seemed to have just killed someone." "So what?" The two young men next to her laughed when they heard that. There were killings in this world every day. Wasn't it easy to kill a few people? Indeed, battles like theirs were nothing out of the ordinary. However, the cute girl shook her head. "No, it's not that simple because the aura of his blood is the aura of a little saint. He fought with a little saint and was stained with his blood." Hearing that, the two young men next to her were stunned. The other party injured a little saint? How could a level 5 person injure a little saint? The other party was not Linwoody. That's right. Linwoody was already heaven-defying enough in this world. It was impossible for there to be a second one. I guess it should be two little saints fighting, and he should be nearby watching the battle. That's why he has the aura of a little saint. That should be the case. The two young men found an explanation to comfort her. However, the cute girl shook her head. She said, "Senior brother, let's not attack." The two young men listened to her. They were also suspicious. The person in front of them was very strange. It was better for them not to complicate things. So, they did not attack. They prepared to take a detour. However, before they could move, the void in front of them split open. A terrifying killing sword pierced the back of the man's heart. "Shit!" the girl screamed. The pupils of the other two young men also shrank. An assassin. An extremely terrifying assassin. "It's over. That man is dead." "Humph, fine. Since he dares to block our way, so be it." Clang. The sword pierced the body of the young man in front of them. However, to everyone's astonishment, the killing sword was actually broken in half. The tremendous force made the little saint retreat frantically. How terrifying. The surrounding people were stunned. The cute girl and her two senior brothers were also stunned. What kind of physique did this man have? How could he block such a terrifying attack? Chapter 4026. Buzz. The young man in front of him did not stop at all. Instead, he pointed a finger. A sword wave shot into the void. Soon, blood flowed down from the void. A corpse fell to the ground with its glabella split open and its soul destroyed. It was dead. The young man had killed a terrifying assassin with a single strike. This person was too terrifying. The two young men shuddered too. Could it be that the young man really had the strength to kill a little saint? Damn it! How could there be another terrifying monster in the world? They were very glad that they listened to their junior sister and did not act rashly. Otherwise, they might be the ones dead now. Buzz. Buzz. At this moment, figures rushed out from all directions. Each of them was holding a black flag in their hands. They stabbed into the void. The 4 flags formed a spatial barrier, sealing the young man inside. Kill. This was a terrifying black death chest that could kill everything. It's over. This time, he's dead meat. That was what everyone thought. Even the girl was frightened. No one could survive being shrouded in such a terrifying domain of black sand. However, there, in the terrifying slaughter domain, a figure appeared. He did not receive any injuries at all. The murderous aura attacks landed on his body, producing a deafening sound. As for the young man, with a wave of his hand, he broke the 2 black flags. Then, he rushed out and slapped the 2 assassins into a mist of blood. In addition, he swept out his leg and sent the other 2 flying while vomiting blood. The 2 assassins tried to escape, but they were shattered by 2 golden eyes. Blood flowed out of their 7 orifices, and they fell to the ground. In an instant, the 4 assassins' souls were destroyed. This young man is too strong. Yes, who is he? The surrounding people were stunned. Is he a hidden genius from some sacred ground? He might not be a genius, but an old monster who had lived for countless years. The crowd discussed animatedly. The cute girl and her 2 companions were also shocked. Buzz. Buzz. However, the killing did not stop. It continued. After the death of the assassins, a terrifying aura filled the air again. There was even an extremely terrifying voice. Linwoody, you will die today. What? Linwoody. God. He was the legendary invincible Lin. The surrounding people screamed crazily. Now, they finally understood why the other party was so powerful. It turned out that the other party was the legendary terrifying Demon King. Most likely, there was someone else who could kill so many terrifying killing saints with just a wave of his hand. At the same time, those people were also terrified. Who were these assassins? Why did they want to kill Linwoody? Lin Xian frowned. After he separated from Yushirchie, he came to this city. Originally, he thought that leaving Yushirchie would save him a lot of trouble. Who would have thought that he would be targeted by this group of assassins again? Since that was the case, the muscles and bones on his face changed, restoring his original appearance. Himph, are you people of the human world? He thought for a moment and realized that only a terrorist organization like the human world would be able to find him. You are a man who must die. Today, we will enforce justice on behalf of the heavens. A cold voice rang out from the void. Immediately afterward, 6 slaughter saints appeared around him. There were even 2 minor saints among them. They were exceptionally terrifying. Including the leader, there were 3 minor saints. It was a sure kill situation. It was over. Linwoody was in danger. Yes, he should have come for Morong Qingqing. He didn't expect to die at the hands of the human world before he even saw Morong Qingqing. Even Linwoody wouldn't be able to resist such a lineup. The cute girl's eyes flickered. She clenched her fists. So this was the legendary Great Demon King. She didn't know if he could withstand it. He should be able to. After all, he seemed to have killed a minor saint before. With just you guys? Lin Xian stood there and looked around with a hint of disdain in his eyes. The current him was no longer the him from a year ago. Therefore, his strength had undergone an earth-shattering change. Seeing Lin Xian's disdainful attitude, the people around him felt their scalps go numb. Heavens, was he looking down on the human world? Did this kid think that his life wasn't long enough? Attack. The order came from the sky, and the 6 slaughter saints attacked crazily. Among them, there were 2 minor saints and 4 saints in the late stage of the 5th heaven. Their strength was unparalleled. As soon as the order fell, a killing sword pressed down from the sky at an extreme speed. Even Lin Xian was shocked by the speed. It seemed that the other party should have cultivated a kind of speed law. He knew that he couldn't dodge, so he took it head-on. He threw out a palm and collided with the other party's sword chi. With a clang, the sky fell and the earth cracked. His arm went numb, and the long sword was directly broken. Buzz. Buzz. At the same time, several other terrifying attacks came. They were all filled with unparalleled killing intent. Lin Xian's figure swayed and dodged these attacks. His nerves became incomparably dignified. Since you want to die, I'll fulfill your wish today. Kill. The 6 sacred exterminators snapped coldly and charged forward once again. In an instant, the terrifying attacks and the laws in the sky annihilated the front. A sword crossed the sky like a divine mountain, with infinite power, slashing down from the sky. On the other side, the sky full of sword light turned into lightning, shrouding the area. Behind Lin Xian, there were 2 figures who came to his side in a strange manner. They were less than a meter away from him. The 6 of them attacked with a fatal blow. They didn't give Lin Xian a chance to live. It's over. This time, it's really over. The surrounding people saw this scene and closed their eyes. The genius of the generation was probably going to fall today. Boom. Lin Xian roared in anger. He released his divine body and swept in all directions. Those attacks were all blown away by him. At the same time, his feet were like dragons, and his hands were like knives. He opened and closed them, fighting with these people. The 4 late-stage 5th heaven assassins were instantly sent flying. Their bodies were broken, and they vomited blood. In just a moment, they were severely injured and almost died. If it weren't for the 2 minor saints on their side, they would have died. Lin Xian wanted to chase after them, but he was stopped by the 2 minor saints. Courting death, the strength of these 2 minor saints was very terrifying. One of them was holding a knife, and the other was holding a sword. Both of them looked cold. The shiny long saber cut through the 9 heavens and blocked Lin Xian's path. On the other side, the terrifying earthly fiend sword stabbed at Lin Xian's forehead. Lin Wuti, you will die this time. The 2 minor saints attacked. You are too inexperienced. It seems that your intelligence is not good. Lin Xian laughed and stretched out his hands. He wanted to resist the 2 minor saints at the same time. Chapter 40:27. Boom. After the attack, Lin Xian was knocked back. However, he was not injured at all. How was this possible? He could fight 2 saints at the same time. How long had it been? Had his strength become even more terrifying? The surrounding people were all stunned. The faces of the people in the mortal world also became extremely ugly. The change in the opponent's strength was beyond their imagination. Attack! With another roar, 2 minor saints rushed over. The 4 saints of the late 5th heaven combined with the formation and attacked quickly from a distance. Lin Xian appeared and disappeared unpredictably. He conjured the Tai Chi diagram to block the attack. The killing blade in the sky was blocked by him. Moreover, the Tai Chi diagram rotated and pinned down a minor saint. At the same time, he pushed out his right hand. The 5 elements sword. His arm was surrounded by the terrifying 5 elements law, and he slashed in all directions. The 5 elements sword contained the 5 elements law. It was unpredictable and powerful. The second minor saint was forced to retreat. Not only that, but the bodies of the 4 5th heaven late stage saints were also penetrated in an instant. They all fell from the sky, dead as could be. Damn it! When the 3rd minor saint saw this scene, he roared, Lin Xian, go to hell! He roared and rushed down from the sky. A long spear appeared in his hand. The killing intent on it was unparalleled. It seemed that he wanted to pierce Lin Xian's head with the spear. Get lost! Lin Xian pinned down the 2 minor saints with both hands. At the same time, his right foot kicked upward. There was a loud crash. His right leg collided with the opponent's long spear, causing the sky to collapse and the earth to crack. The people around were all sent flying by the force. Boom, boom, boom. The earth-shattering collision sounded, and the long spear in the opponent's hand directly collapsed. The minor saint's pupils constricted. How is this possible? How can he still fight back? It's unbelievable. Die. However, the leader was obviously an expert. After the long spear collapsed, he did not retreat. Instead, he charged forward again. His palm became incomparably red, as if it could drip blood. This was an extremely frightening palm. With a single slap, it could refine all the blood on the body of a sage. It could be said to be extremely terrifying. Sure enough, when the palm strike struck out, the spectators felt as if their blood was about to be refined. They frantically retreated. Lin Xian faced this attack head-on. There was no way he could retreat. The 2 killer saints beside him were also doing their best to pin him down. Suddenly, Lin Xian opened his mouth and spat out a beam of sword qi. It was a dragon-shaped sword qi that shone with incomparable light. As soon as it appeared, it let out a loud dragon roar. Boom, boom. The sword qi of the dragon roar pierced through the blood-red palm. The Saint of Slaughter retreated. His entire arm had been cleaved apart. Not only that, his body was also pierced through. For the time being, it was impossible for the wound to heal. Blood flowed out, driving him crazy. Damn it, he had been careless. Who would have thought that the other party would still have such a terrifying trick up his sleeve when he was besieged by 3 great assassins? Thinking of this, he quickly retreated. The surrounding people were also stunned. 1 against 3, but he was not at a disadvantage. Moreover, he could even injure a Saint of Slaughter. Was this Lin Wuti? He had become even more terrifying than a year ago. After succeeding in 1 strike, Lin Xian attacked again. A lot of sword qi rushed out of his body, blooming with a terrifying aura. They slashed in all directions. Lin Xian fought against 3 minor saints alone. The battle was earth-shattering. He had a divine body, so his physique was strong. Kill his soul. The 3 killer saints in the mortal world obviously knew Lin Xian well. They knew that Lin Xian's physique was strong, so they changed their strategy. They respectfully requested the sword of soul slaying. The three of them formed a seal with their palms and became incomparably sincere. Their glabellas split open and blood dripped down. At the same time, a transparent sword chi rushed out of their glabella with an extremely terrifying aura. The Sword of Soul Slaying specialized in killing souls. The crowd screamed. The means of the mortal world were really too terrifying. The Sword of Soul could kill people without leaving a trace. 3 swords of soul slaying rushed out from the three of them. The three of them formed a triangle and attacked together, completely engulfing Lin Xian. Lin Xian sneered. Competing with me in Sword Soul? You really don't know what's good for you. With a roar, the great dragon Sword Soul rushed out, turned into a dragon shadow, and slashed in all directions. So what if the other party had the Sword of Soul Slaying? Between heaven and earth, the great Tao danced. A sonorous sound rang out, and the Sword of Soul Slaying disappeared. The 3 killer saints were also stunned. Lin Xian retracted the dragon-shaped sword shadow, snorted coldly, and walked forward with his hands behind his back. What's going on? Is the battle over? The surrounding people were stunned and didn't know what was going on. Soul attacks were strange and unpredictable. Often, the outcome could be determined in the blink of an eye. Now, it seemed that Lin Wudi had one. It shouldn't be. These 3 killer saints should still have the strength to fight. After all, they were 3 little saints. At this time, they screamed in horror. It turned out that the glabella of the 3 killer saints had completely split open, and they fell on their backs. There was no sign of life on their bodies. Are they dead? These people were stunned. In an instant, Lin Xian killed 3 minor saints. This method was simply heaven-defying. They looked at the back of the departing figure, and their hearts were filled with fear. Who could stop the rise of this young man? Lin Xian strode away. His expression was incomparably cold. The current situation was very bad. He didn't expect that the people of the mortal world would come. This group of assassins was simply crazy. He really had to be careful in the future. He continued to walk towards the depths of the city. He wanted to find out the whereabouts of Morong Qingqing. However, before he reached the depths of the city, there was a burst of exclamations. A formation flickered, and a dozen figures rushed out. They exclaimed, "Oh no, something big has happened." Morong Qingqing was in danger. It was very likely that he was going to die. The people in the city were instantly stunned. What's going on? Did Jian Chun make a move? Has Jian Chun become so powerful? That shouldn't be the case. Before, Jian Ningqing had been slaughtered by Morong Qingqing, and he was scared witless. Who was the one who did it? Could it be those terrifying sword saints from the Myriad Sword Pavilion? Lin Xian's expression changed. He turned into a stream of light and instantly appeared in front of a person. He grabbed the person with one hand. Who is it? The person's body was almost torn apart. He screamed in horror. What are you doing? Lin Xian let go of his hand and said, I want to know the news. The person wanted to be angry at first, but when he saw Lin Xian's expression and felt the terrifying murderous aura from Lin Xian's body, he changed his mind. He immediately talked about his neck. In the Yumeng Grand Canyon, which was 70,000 miles away from the north, Morong Qingqing was besieged by the experts of the Golden Crow clan. What? It was the Golden Crow clan who did it? Those bunch of lunatics. They heard that Lin Wudi killed the 7th prince of the Golden Crow clan. The Golden Crow clan chased after Lin Wudi but couldn't find him. Now, they should be attacking the people around Lin Wudi. Exclamations were heard. Chapter 4028. Lin Xian tore the void apart. Golden Crow clan, since you want to die, I'll fulfill your wish. He turned into a giant dragon, roaring between heaven and earth, and disappeared from the city in an instant. Let's go and have a look. The surrounding people knew that something big was about to happen, so they followed him. However, they couldn't keep up with him. Lin Xian was going all out. Although 70,000 miles was a long distance, he could reach it in the shortest time possible. Dream Cloud Valley. The battle was extremely terrifying. All kinds of divine powers and laws were collapsing between heaven and earth. There was no one in that area. The spectators were all watching from afar with their saint domains. It was over. This Morong Qingqing was really in danger this time. Yes, of all people, She had to have a good relationship with Lin Wuti. This time, she was in deep trouble. She thought that she could kill Jian Qian, but she didn't expect that Jian Shan was still alive and Murong Qingcheng was in danger of dying. She had no choice. Apart from the Golden Crow clan, the experts of the Peacock clan were also here, and they brought along a terrifying saint weapon. Freeze. Murong Qingcheng. Otherwise, Murong Qingcheng could escape even if she couldn't defeat them. You are no match for us at all. If you obediently surrender, you might be able to suffer a little less. A few golden crows roared between heaven and earth. The flames on their bodies burned the heaven and earth. On the other side, a few experts of the Peacock clan stood. One of them was forming a seal. He controlled a 5-colored sacred mountain in the sky and shot down a 5-colored light, freezing the void. Murong Qingcheng was imprisoned by this power, so she couldn't escape. At this moment, the shadow of a phoenix circled around her body, blocking the attack. To be honest, if it was someone else, they would have been killed. However, Murong Qingcheng's bloodline was strong, so she could block the attacks of so many experts. But even so, she was still in danger. There were too many experts here this time, and none of them were weak. They were all minor saints. Stop talking nonsense with him. Capture him quickly. The peacock expert in the sky said coldly. Capture him and force that kid to come here. I'm going to tear Lin Wuti into pieces. All right, let's end the battle. The golden crows once again displayed their powerful aura. This time, they wanted to capture the other party completely. Murong Qingcheng was extremely dangerous. Her beautiful face was stained with blood, but her beautiful eyes were incomparably resolute. Do you think you can catch me? Her hands continued to form seals as various laws flew out from her fingertips. She had a pair of jade-like hands, and in her left hand was a lake with a mysterious aura. This was the Jade Lake Phantom. In her right hand, tens of thousands of mountains revolved around it. That was the Phantom of Kunlun. The fact that Murong Qingcheng was able to conjure the Jade Pool and Kunlun was truly shocking. Even the golden crows' faces changed. No, they had to act quickly. They roared madly. It rushed down with monstrous flames. At this moment, a roar came from afar. Daring to touch my woman, I'll destroy his soul in the 9 heavens and 10 lands. His voice was like thunder. The sky fell, and the earth cracked. At first, it was still far away, but in the next moment, countless people saw a figure tear through the 9 heavens and instantly arrive nearby. Oh heavens, someone is coming. It's Lin Wuti. Is he coming to save Murong Qingcheng? Everyone was stunned. The Peacock race and the Golden Crow race's experts were also stunned. When they sensed the other party, the corners of their mouths curled into a cold smile. You're finally here. Kid, today is the day you die. Buzz. Lin Xian's body shone with a monstrous light. Like a god of war, he tore through the void and arrived nearby. When he saw Murong Qingcheng's blood-stained body, he was instantly enraged. You all deserve to die. The killing intent in his eyes surged like a tide. You don't have the right. You're the one who's going to die today. The Peacock race's people laughed sinisterly. With a wave of their hands, the 5-colored sacred mountain shone brightly and rushed towards Lin Xian. Not good, Brother Xian. Be careful. This is a fixed Dharma treasure that can restrict movement. As expected, Lin Xian felt a huge pressure surging towards him. In an instant, the place where he was standing seemed to have been fixed. He couldn't move at all. This wasn't the first time Lin Xian saw such a scene. Previously, he encountered the mind fixation pearl, which could make it difficult for him to move. However, the power of this mountain was much more terrifying than the mind fixation pearl. Lin Xian roared. His divine body struggled, but he still felt as if he was being pulled into a quagmire. His movements were slow. Kid, it's useless. Once a minor saint enters this Qingkuan mountain, they can't break free at all. So, you're going to die today. Don't worry. I'll let you and your woman accompany you on the road to the Yellow Springs. The Peacock race's people sneered. The Golden Crow race's people also snorted. I won't let you die so easily. 2 Golden Crow small saints instantly pounced over. Brother Xian. Murong Qingcheng wanted to make a move as well, but she was held back by the others. Lin Xian sneered. Looking at the 2 small saints, he smiled brightly. I don't have any more golden crow meat in my storage. Today, I'll kill you to fill my rations." The two golden crows were completely infuriated. They had long heard that the other party ate golden crow meat. How dare he eat them? He would tear the other party's mouth apart. He would break every bone in the other party's body. He would let the other party die in the most miserable way possible. When the two small saints approached, Lin Xian opened his mouth and spat out two dragon-shaped sword chi, chopping off their heads. Puff! Blood spurted out and screams rang out. The two small saints frantically retreated. Damn it, they were really shocked. Didn't he already imprison the other party? Why was he still able to attack? Was he so strong? The onlookers in the distance were also dumbfounded. Murong Qingqing heaved a sigh of relief. Great, Brother Xian. Let's work together. Speaking of this, she threw out the Jade Lake Phantom in her hand. The Jade Lake water that filled the sky surged. Although it was just an illusion, it was incomparably terrifying. The golden crows soared into the sky and flapped their wings, striking out monstrous golden crow flames to fight against the illusion. On the other side, Murong Qingqing also threw out the Kunlun Phantom, smashing it towards the experts of the peacock race. The experts of the peacock race also felt the powerful aura of the illusion. They didn't dare to fight it head-on and could only move quickly. However, the Kunlun Phantom was too terrifying. One mountain turned into thousands of mountains. It chased after them and pressed down on them. Courting death, the five-colored divine light washed over everything. They struck out the five-colored divine light, forming a terrifying net to block the attack. On the other side, Lin Xian roared. He pushed his divine body to the extreme. Monstrous light and sword chi burst out. He wanted to shake the Qinkuan mountain. The Qinkuan mountain shook violently as if it was really going to fly out. Not good. The experts of the peacock race saw this scene and shouted crazily. Fellow Taoist golden crows, are you still going to hide? These two were extremely terrifying geniuses. If they were to hold back, they would really go against the heavens. Chapter 4029. All right, use the Qinkuan mountain to seal that brat, and I'll block this woman. One of the golden crows said coldly. As he spoke, he stretched out his hand, and a vine quickly grew out of his palm. It was a golden vine, and the flames on it were extremely terrifying. The moment it appeared, even the peacock tribe was shocked. The golden crow fire vine. You even brought this thing with you. The spectators in the distance retreated once again. Oh heavens, the golden crow fire vine was also a terrifying divine artifact. It was rumored that it was a supreme plant that existed in the sun. It was the plant that the golden crows used all year round. The flames on it were extremely terrifying and could burn everything. The power of the golden crow fire vine was no weaker than that of the Qinkuan mountain. This time, it was going to be dangerous. The golden crow fire vine covered the sky and spread toward Murong Qingqing. Murong Qingqing felt a great sense of danger. She used the Yaoqi mirage to block it. At the same time, the seven-colored phoenix kept roaring and engulfing everything. However, the six golden crows in the sky formed a terrifying golden crow mirage and joined forces to form an ancient golden crow to fight against the phoenix. It blocked Murong Qingqing's bloodline. Useless girl, although your bloodline is powerful, the six of us together are enough to stop you. The flaming vine split into two parts. One part of it wrapped around the Yaoqi mirage. The other part charged toward Murong Qingqing. If it enveloped Murong Qingqing, this peerless beauty would probably be burned to ashes. Murong Qingqing could only summon the Kunlun Mountain Mirage to block it. In this way, no one would disturb the Peacock tribe. The two Peacock tribe elites joined forces to control the Qinkuan Mountain. Die, brat! The terrifying Qinkuan Mountain became even more terrifying. Lin Xian felt an even more terrifying pressure gushing over. Instantly, his body was shaken and he was pushed back. He spat out a mouthful of blood that dyed the void red. Useless brat, no matter how strong you are, you won't be able to break free from the Qinkuan Mountain today. The terrifying Qinkuan Mountain suppressed everything. The expert from the peacock race snorted coldly. Someone came and beheaded him. A little saint of the peacock race pulled out a long saber. The five-colored light on the saber swept across. On the other side, the powerhouses of the Golden Crow tribe also brought a sky full of flames, wanting to refine Lin Xian. Lin Xian roared as he struck out with the Taiji diagram to resist the Qinkuan mountain. At the same time, he brandished his fist and struck out with sword Qi to resist the 5 elemental saber light and the terrifying flames. Boom, boom. The sound of an intense collision rang out. To think that he could still resist. Another minor saint rushed over and took control of the situation as well. The Qinkuan mountain turned into endless rays of light and suppressed Lin Xian rapidly. From the looks of it, they wanted to seal Lin Xian completely this time. Lin Xian coldly snorted. The image of a dragon appeared on his body, carrying a terrifying aura as it continuously attacked. The terrifying dragon shadow blocked the sealing power brought by the Qinkuan mountain. How could this be? The elders of the peacock race were stunned. The other party was actually able to block it. The power of the Qinkuan mountain was truly unbelievable. One should know how terrifying the Qinkuan mountain was. It could easily imprison a little saint. However, it couldn't seal a 5th heaven saint. Humph! Lin Xian blocked the Qinkuan mountain with the great dragon sword soul. At the same time, the death demonic saber condensed in his left hand and slashed out. It collided with the 5-colored saber light. When the two collided, the death demonic Qi directly shrouded the powerhouse of the peacock race. It deprived the powerhouse of his vitality. No, the powerhouse was scared out of his wits and quickly retreated. In an instant, his body caved in. On the other side, Lin Xian activated the sun sword again and slashed out. He unleashed the flames that filled the sky and sliced a little saint of the Golden Crow clan in half with a single slash. At this moment, whether it was the Golden Crow tribe, the peacock race, or those who were watching the battle from afar, they were all stunned. This Lin Wuti was too strong. Being suppressed by the Qinkuan mountain, he could still counterattack and successfully injure 2 little saints. Damn it! The powerhouses of the peacock race shouted angrily. The 3 little saints worked together to control the Qinkuan fan, causing the Qinkuan mountain to come crashing down. This time, it wasn't just the light. The body of the Qinkuan mountain was incomparable. Let's see how Lin Wuti is going to die. Lin Xian also felt a great sense of danger. The dragon soul's aura wrapped around his hands and coupled with his divine body. 9 suns opened the sky. He struck out with both palms and slapped forward. Clang! A deafening sound rang out. Come on. He resisted the Qinkuan mountain, causing it to be unable to fall. Everyone was stunned by this scene, especially the powerhouses of the peacock race. They were simply going crazy. Damn it. What did he do? He actually blocked it. How did he do it? Humph! Lin Xian snorted coldly. He opened his mouth and spat out a dragon-shaped sword Qi, rushing towards the Qinkuan mountain and the 3 little saints. The 3 little saints knew how powerful the sword Qi was, so they worked together to resist it. At the same time, Lin Xian's feet were like a dragon, constantly moving forward. He attacked the powerhouses of the Golden Crow race. The powerhouses of the Golden Crow race used their flames to resist. However, they were still sent flying by a kick, vomiting large mouthfuls of blood. He was too powerful. Lin Xian was attacked by so many powerhouses, but he could still counterattack. Damn it! The powerhouses of the Golden Crow race were finally angry. So many of them couldn't take down a young man, which made them feel ashamed. Kill! They attacked crazily. On the other side, the flame light and the horrifying vines kept attacking Morong Qingcheng. However, the 2 phantoms of Morong Qingcheng were too terrifying. They blocked the flames of the Golden Crow race. At the same time, the phoenix bloodline in her body kept erupting. Phoenix dance in the 9 heavens. A 7-colored phoenix spun between heaven and earth, swooping down and sending 2 powerhouses of the Golden Crow race flying. Kunlu 9 slashes. The phantoms of the phoenix turned into 9 green light blades and slashed down. Each attack was stronger than the previous one. In an instant, many people were injured and vomited blood, flying backward. Damn it! The people of the Golden Crow race were about to go crazy. After fighting for so long, not only did they fail to take down Lin Wuti, they couldn't even subdue Morong Qingcheng. Suppress. Murong Qingqing waved her hands, merging the Jade Pool Phantoms and Kunlun Phantoms, and suppressed the Golden Crow Fire Vine. The Golden Crow Fire Vine was such a powerful treasure, but it was suppressed in an instant. It was surrounded by the two phantoms and could not escape at all. When the surrounding people saw this scene, they were all stunned. Murong Qingqing was too terrifying. That's right, she actually had such a method. Lin Xian smiled when he saw this scene. Very well, it seemed like it was time to counterattack. He roared and unleashed endless dragon-shaped sword energy, which turned into a dragon head and bit Qinkuan Mountain. He took advantage of this opportunity to break free from the restraints of Qinkuan Mountain. He punched out in all directions and charged out. Boom! After he came out, he slapped a peacock in half with his palm. On the other side, his eyes shone with a piercing light as he smashed a powerhouse of the Golden Crow race into pieces. Chapter 40:30. How dare you join forces with me? All of you will die here today. Lin Xian charged over. The solar sword swung wildly, and the death demonic saber slashed through everything. With a slash, a minor saint's head was cut open. Not only that, the headless body was enveloped by the law of death, instantly depriving it of its vitality. The soul wanted to escape, but it was destroyed by the saber. On the other side, Lin Xian used the solar sword to cut open a minor saint of the Golden Crow clan. In the blink of an eye, 2 minor saints had fallen. Everyone was going crazy. What kind of combat strength was that? Late-stage 5th firmament. Damn it, he broke through again. How did he do it? If they remembered correctly, he should have been at the mid-stage 5th firmament when he came out of planet Tianming. It had only been a few years, but he had already reached the late-stage 5th firmament. One had to know that it would take an ordinary saint at least a few hundred years to break through to such a level. The people who were watching the battle from afar were also shocked. Lin Xian had killed 2 minor saints in a row. His aura was extremely powerful. He stared at the rest of the people. None of you can escape today. Damn it! The people of the Peacock clan were so angry that they vomited blood. They frantically mobilized Qinkuan Mountain, only to find that it was tightly bitten by the dragon head. For a moment, there was no way for them to escape. Without Qinkuan Mountain, I can still kill you. Let's join forces and kill him. Many people rushed over crazily. Lin Xian used all kinds of laws to fight. On the other side, Murong Qingqing was also fighting with the experts of the Golden Crow clan. The front was completely destroyed. At this moment, dozens of sword lights streaked across the sky, tearing everything apart. They fell towards Lin Xian and Murong Qingqing. Oh no, what a terrifying law of sword. It was the people of the 10,000 Swords Pavilion. The 10,000 Swords Pavilion had mobilized dozens of sword saints. Those people were terrified. This is a sure kill. Oh no, hurry up and attack. Lin Xian did not expect the 10,000 Swords Pavilion to be so despicable. This was beyond their range of resistance. In the sky, a pitch-black palm slapped down, and a pitch-black finger fell down. It completely enveloped the sword chi. Boom, boom. The momentum was earth-shattering. What a terrifying demonic aura. What was this? Someone else had joined the battle? Kill them all. Leave no one alive. Lin Xian's voice was ice-cold. The 2 devil saints in the sky made their move and fought with the sword saints in a frenzy. In an instant, 5 sword saints were torn to shreds. All sorts of miserable cries and howls could be heard. How could there be such a terrifying person? Those sword saints screamed crazily. Damn it, you can't do this. We're from the 10,000 Swords Pavilion. Despicable. Humph. You still have the face to call me despicable and shameless? None of them should even think about leaving alive today. Lin Xian roared. A chaotic battle broke out. Humph. The one who will die today is you. A sword shadow transformed into a handsome young man. With the starry sky sword on his back, he was extremely powerful. Jin Shun had finally arrived. In an instant, Jin Shen stared at Lin Xian with cold killing intent in his eyes. Lin Xian also saw the other party and waved his hand. Come over and accept your death. As he spoke, he crippled a minor saint with a slash of his sword. Seeing this scene, Jin Shen's pupil shrank. Damn it, the other party had not become a minor saint. but his strength made his heart skip a beat. Humph, Lin Wudi, someone will come after you. Today, you can't escape. I'm going to deal with your woman. I'll let you see with your own eyes that your woman dies in front of you. This is what you get for provoking me. Jian Shun revealed a sinister smile and looked at Murong Qingqing. Do you dare to fight with me? Are you an idiot? Murong Qingqing snorted coldly. How dare he ask such a question? I've been chasing you all the way, and you're no match for me at all. How dare you provoke me now? Damn it. I pretended to be defeated just to lure Lin Wudi out. Do you really think I can't defeat you? Jian Shun was furious. His starry sky sword bloomed with light, as if the starry sky of the universe scattered down. The power was really strong. His strength had increased. So he had been hiding it. But so what? Kunlun 9 slashes. The terrifying Kunlun secret technique flew out, and a phoenix appeared between heaven and earth to break the universe. The two of them fought fiercely. The people in the distance were stunned. The shocking chaotic battle, coupled with the death duel between the two top geniuses. They actually erupted at the same time. Not long after, Jianshan frowned. He originally thought that Murong Qingqing's strength would be greatly reduced after such a long battle, and he had hidden his strength, so he could easily kill the other party. But he did not expect that after dozens of exchanges, he could not suppress the other party at all. Instead, he might be defeated again. Damn it. He wanted to mobilize the elders of the Myriad Swords Pavilion to kill the other party, but he found that more than 30 elders were beaten miserably at the moment. The two devil saints were too strong, especially the late minor saint. His fingers seemed to be able to pierce the sky. Lin Xian next to him was even stronger. The experts of the Peacock tribe and the Golden Crow tribe could not defeat him even if they joined forces. Not only that, they were beaten miserably. Lin Xian was like a golden god of war or a grim reaper of hell, constantly reaping the lives of the devil saints. Those minor saints were nothing in his hands. At this moment, the number of minor saints who died in his hands had reached 8. It was simply earth-shattering. No, damn it. How dare you kill us? The Peacock tribe will not let you go. The Peacock tribe did not send many people here to begin with. Originally, they thought that the Qingkuan mountain could suppress everything, so they did not send many people. However, at that moment, only 2 people remained from the heavenly monarchs. The 2 minor saints screamed crazily. They found that without the Qingkuan mountain, they could not defeat Lin Xian even if they joined forces. Lin Xian sneered. Do you think it's useful to threaten me now? He cut one of them in half with a slash of his sword. Damn it! The last minor saint screamed crazily. He slapped the blood of his companion on the Qingkuan mountain. At the same time, he shouted, Old ancestor, please help. Buzz. The Qingkuan mountain was stained with blood. The 5-colored divine light on it suddenly bloomed. It broke the restraint of the great dragon sword soul. At the same time, it bloomed with incomparable light and smashed toward Lin Xian. Not good. Lin Xian's pupils shrank. The others were also in an uproar. The void in that place was shattered. At this moment, 5 fingers flew over. They bombarded the Qingkuan mountain one after another. The 5 fingers were broken, and the Qingkuan mountain was also blocked. The next moment, the Qingkuan mountain broke through the void and left. It was so dangerous. In the void, the arm of the late minor saint expert of the heavenly devil tribe was broken, and his flesh was badly mutilated. His face became incomparably solemn. Fortunately, it was only a soul mark on it. Otherwise, it would be really dangerous this time. Humph. I'll kill the people of the Peacock tribe every time I see them. Lin Xian snorted coldly. The others felt their scalps go numb. The Peacock tribe was so powerful, but only one of them could leave alive in the end. Moreover, it was a miserable escape. Chapter 4031. Who would have thought that this would happen? On the other side, the people from the Golden Crow tribe also felt their scalps go numb. Only 4 of them were left. At this moment, Lin Xian had freed himself up to deal with them. Would they be able to resist him? Not good. When Jianshan saw Lin Xian, he was afraid that no one could suppress him, so he immediately pulled away. He said, Wait. Everyone was stunned. Murong Qingqing also snorted. What tricks are you playing now? Jin Chun said. The situation today is too chaotic for us to fight. Let's fight to the death another day. It seemed that he wanted to leave. Everyone was dumbfounded. Was this still the sword genius who had been flaunting his prowess before? Murong Qingqing also snorted. You can come and go as you please. The Kunlu 9 slashes is even more terrifying. At the same time, she shot out the phoenix light. Jian Chun could only passively resist. He said, "Why? You don't dare?" Lin Xian snorted. "There's nothing to say to a despicable person like you. I'll leave you here today." He also slashed out a deathly blade light, and the sword light below quickly left. "Damn you, Lin Wudi. Do you want to join forces? It's unfair." Lin Xian laughed. "You brought more than 30 sword saints to kill us, and you said that we won unfairly? Where's your face? Are all the people cultivated by the 10,000 sword pavilion so despicable? Damn it!" The people from the 10,000 sword pavilion also frantically retreated and began to protect their chief disciple. Jian Chen's face was cold again. "I said that today is not suitable for fighting. 10 days later, Murong Qingqing and I will fight to the death in the arena. Do you dare? You said it so nicely. Now that you can't beat us, you want to leave? What if you escape 10 days later?" Lin Xian sneered. He didn't want to let Jian Chen go. "Damn it, why would I escape? I've already forced Jian Chen into a corner for the 10,000 sword pavilion's reputation. If they continued to fight, he might really die today, and it was very likely that he would be killed by Lin Xian. There's no need for 10 days. Let's fight here. Just the two of us. I'll fight with one hand," Lin Xian said. Jian Chen harumphed coldly. "You're not even a little saint. You're not even qualified to fight me. I'll only fight with Murong Qingqing." "Murong Qingqing, you don't dare?" Qingqing, there was no need to waste words with him. Murong Qingqing nodded. "That's what I thought too. How much did she walk up?" At this moment, another cold shout rang out. Then, a black figure in battle armor descended from the sky. He brought with him an endless aura of desolation, causing the surrounding plants to instantly wither. The people from the great, desolate mansion were terrifying. "Tianya, isn't that Yu Quan? He actually came as well." Everyone cried out. Sure enough, the people who descended from the sky were from the great desolation mansion, and the one leading them was Yu Quan. His feet trampled the 8 desolates, standing above everyone else. Those on the holy pilgrim rankings were terrifying even among little saints, and were qualified to look down on everyone. Youchuan's arrival caused Murong Qingqing to stop in his tracks. Lin Xian also frowned. "Do you want to interfere too?" Yu Quan's cold gaze shrouded Lin Xian, and the killing intent in his eyes was undisguised. He didn't attack, but said, "I think Jian Chen's suggestion is very good. Today's battle is very chaotic, and it's not suitable for a holy death match. I think it's a good idea to start the holy death match 10 days later." Hearing Yu Quan's support, the corner of Jian Chen's mouth rose into a smile. He looked at Lin Xian provocatively. Lin Xian frowned. He didn't expect Yu Quan to come at the last moment. To be honest, although he had defeated Yu Quan before, Yu Quan had suppressed his cultivation base. Now, Jin Shan was a true little saint. In addition to the opportunities he had obtained on the heavenly fate planet, he could be said to be an extremely powerful little saint. It seemed like Jin Shan had also brought a lot of experts from the Great Desolation Mansion. If he interfered at this time, he might really be able to change the situation. Humph. Lin Xian snorted. "You want to delay for 10 days? Sure, I'll let you live for 10 more days. After 10 days, I'll let Qingqing kill you. However, there's an additional condition, and that is, do you dare to have another holy death match?" Lin Xian pointed his sword at Yu Quan. "You've been wanting to kill me for a long time, right? I also want to kill you. Why don't we have another holy death match 10 days later?" As soon as these words came out, everyone was in an uproar. Even the eyelids of those little saints twitched. Yu Quan's face was incomparably cold. To be honest, he really wanted to kill Jian Chen. However, he wasn't in a hurry. Jian Chen's cultivation base was much lower than his. Since he dared to provoke him like this, there was obviously a trap. Therefore, Yu Quan snorted coldly. "You're not even a little saint. You're not worthy of my attack." You don't dare, right? Lin Xian sneered. The surrounding people were also stunned. They didn't think that Yu Quan would really refuse. Could it be that he was really afraid of Lin Xian? They heard that he had been defeated by Lin Wuti before. No way. Is Lin Wuti going to enter the holy deathmatch list? Many discussions broke out. Yu Quan roared, and the power of desolation became even more terrifying. Everyone didn't dare to speak. Yu Quan looked at Lin Xian. Kid, are you in such a hurry to die? However, you're not qualified. It's not that I don't dare, but you're not worthy. When you become a little saint, I'll be the first to come and kill you. Now, you're not qualified for my attack. As a genius on the holy deathmatch list, he had his own pride. Even if Jin Chen was a genius, he wasn't worthy of his attack if he hadn't reached the little saint realm. Fine. When I become a little saint, I'll be the first to kill you. Lin Xian snorted coldly, and then he looked at the people of the Golden Crow clan. The Taiji diagram suddenly shot out, turning into a yin and yang light, directly cutting off the heads of the three people. At the same time, the dragon sword spirit unleashed a dragon-shaped sword chi, killing the souls of the three people instantly. Between heaven and earth, the roar of a dragon resounded, and miserable screams rang out, shocking everyone. Yu Quan was also angry. Damn it, I said stop. Didn't you hear me? Do you really want me to kill you? He really didn't expect that Jin Shan would dare to kill 3 more experts of the Golden Crow clan in front of him. What does it have to do with you that I killed the people of the Golden Crow clan? Do you want me to kill you now? Lin Xian didn't show any mercy. He snorted coldly and stared at the last expert of the Golden Crow clan. He said, I'm sparing you not because I don't dare to kill you, but because you're very lucky. Go back and tell me that your Golden Crow clan has a 7th crown prince. Does that mean there are 6 crown princes before you? Ask one of them to come. 10 days later, I'll have a life and death battle with him. Of course, if he doesn't dare to come, I'll spare his life. Now get lost. Lin Xian unleashed a tornado and swept the other party away. The surrounding people were stunned. Heavens, Lin Xian was going to have a life and death battle with the crown prince of the Golden Crow clan again. Even Yu Quan was stunned by this scene, thinking that this guy was really arrogant. The others felt their scalps go numb. The Golden Crow clan and the Peacock clan had attacked with great force, but in the end, the 2 clans were completely annihilated. In the end, only 2 of them escaped. If it weren't for Yu Quan's arrival, Jin Shan would have died here today. Even so, Jin Chen's side didn't feel good. Not to mention that he couldn't raise his head, he could only fight another day. Of the more than 30 little saints of the Myriad Swords Pavilion, more than 20 had died at this moment. In the end, only 5 people were left. It could be said that this was a huge loss. Chapter 4032. Just like that, the battle came to an end. Everyone knew that this wasn't the final result because there were still 2 more battles to the death in 10 days. By then, it would probably be even more intense. In just 10 days, the people on Qingshui planet were shocked beyond words. They called for their friends and family. More and more people came to watch the battle in the 2nd astral realm. On the other side, Lin Xian took Murong Qingqing away. Murong Qingqing was injured previously. He needed to recuperate. On Lin Xian's side, he took out all of his treasures. Lin Gongzi, please come to my residence to rest if you don't mind. A group of people came over and took Lin Xian away. Lin Xian's current strength was too strong. His future was limitless. So many people were prepared to help him. At the very least, they had to make friends with him. It wasn't just Lin Xian. Yu Quan, Jin Chen, and the others were also respectfully invited away by the big families on Qingshui planet. In a huge and majestic residence, Lin Xian and Murong Qingqing sat cross-legged. Lin Xian was treating Murong Qingqing's injuries. There were countless formations around them. After 2 days, Murong Qingqing opened his eyes. Brother Xian, I'm fine. Don't worry. Although I'm injured, my foundation isn't damaged. Your treasures are enough for me to recover. Murong Qingqing's bloodline was very strong. This kind of injury wasn't much of a threat to him. However, if Lin Xian had arrived late, it would have been really dangerous. Qingqing, don't worry. I'll take revenge for you. I won't let the Golden Crow race, the Peacock race, and the 10,000 Swords Pavilion off. Lin Xian's eyes flashed with a cold glint. Although he had killed almost all of the people who had participated in the hunt this time, he was still able to do so. Although he had killed most of them, it was still difficult to calm her anger. In the next few days, the two of them didn't even leave the main hall. They stayed inside. After all, in a few days, there would be a great battle. However, on the 5th day, a few terrifying figures suddenly appeared in the mansion. They hid in the void and quickly attacked. Lin Xian's array formation was instantly broken. In an instant, many figures appeared around him. Boom! Lin Xian directly detonated the broken array formations. The rumbling sound instantly transformed into a pillar of light that connected heaven and earth. What's going on? What happened? The people in the mansion were all stunned. Oh no, that's where Lin Gongzi is. The people of this family went crazy. They originally wanted to make friends with Lin Xian, but if something happened to Lin Xian while he was here, they would lose their lives. Most likely, Wushuang City would not let them off. For a moment, they rushed over in a frenzy. But he was thrown back. The energy in front of them was too terrifying. They couldn't get any closer and could only wait. At the same time, on the other side, Yu Quan, who was hiding in the dark, saw this scene and his face darkened. Damn it! What are these pieces of trash doing? Didn't they say that they were going to kill each other quietly? It turned out that these people were sent by Yu Quan. Originally, he wanted to secretly kill these two people, but now they made such a big commotion. Forget it. So what if it caused a huge commotion? As long as they could kill these two people, it would be fine. But soon, his expression changed because he saw a few figures fly out, coughing up large mouthfuls of blood. Some of their bodies were shattered and turned into a bloody mist. Damn it, they were his people. Why were his people injured after the rumbling sound? Where were the other party? In the next moment, he saw two figures standing there. Lin Wudi, the two of them were not dead. Yu Quan, who was hiding in the dark, was really shocked. On the other side, the people of the mansion rushed over and asked anxiously, Lin Gongzi, are you okay? We really don't know what's going on with these people. Lin Xian waved his hand and didn't let them continue. Instead, he reached out and grabbed the head of one of the assassins. His golden pupils shone, and that person screamed miserably. The expressions of the others changed drastically. Damn it, the assassins wanted to attack, but Lin Xian blasted that person back. That person's body exploded, and his soul was directly entangled by the chains. Then, it was torn to pieces. Are you from the great desolate mansion? Humph, I'll grant you your wish to die. Lin Xian and Murong Qingqing attacked. Retreat quickly. The assassins wanted to retreat, but in an instant, two of them were killed. Murong Qingqing also killed one of them. In the blink of an eye, 3 sages had fallen. And then, another 3 sages had fallen. Stop right there. A furious roar was heard, and a figure flew over from afar. It was Yu Quan. When Lin Xian saw this scene, his eyes bloomed with cold killing intent. Do you think you're worthy of being on the sage list? Other than despicable sneak attacks and assassinations, what else can you do? The surrounding people were all stunned. Could it be that these people were sent by secluded spring? Yu Quan snorted coldly. I don't understand what you're talking about. You don't understand? Then what are you doing here? Lin Xian sneered. Yu Quan said that I'm naturally here to ensure fairness. Since you have a life and death duel in a few days, I naturally guarantee that no one will disturb you during this time. That's why I came over when I heard the noise. When these words came out, the corners of everyone's mouths twitched. To be honest, even they didn't believe these words. Yu Quan was so kind. However, they had no evidence. Despicable. Murong Qingqing snorted coldly. Lin Xian laughed. In that case, we should be grateful to you. There's no need to be grateful. I'll ensure fairness. I'll naturally do what I said before. However, I advise some people to enjoy their last few days of life, because it is very likely that they will die in a few days. These people are very suspicious. I'll bring them back and interrogate them. After I find out their whereabouts and identities, I'll definitely give you a satisfactory answer. With that, without waiting for Lin Xian to say anything, Yu Quan waved his hand and released the terrifying desolate chain, sealing these people. Then, he directly took them away. Isn't Brother Xian going to chase? Murong Qingqing asked. The surrounding people were also surprised. It shouldn't be. With Lin Wudi's personality, how could he let these people leave? Lin Xian narrowed his eyes and smiled. There's no need. Didn't he want fairness? Give him fairness. Speaking up to this point, he had someone arrange a new palace for him. After he and Murong Qingqing walked in, their expressions changed. Do you think that no one will know what you did? But I've already taken your soul. Next, I'm going to give you a taste of your own medicine. If he can assassinate me, I can assassinate him too. With that, Lin Xian sent out a demon saint to assassinate the other party. On the other side, Yu Quan brought his people back to his residence. Those people knelt on the ground. Young master, we didn't do our job well. Please punish us. Yu Quan snorted coldly. Forget it. This matter isn't your fault. That kid is too strange. You guys go down and recuperate. A few people went down. At this time, an old man walked over and said, This matter is too easy. It's not like his character. Chapter 4033. Yu Quan snorted coldly. So what? The only reason he dared to challenge me before was because my cultivation was suppressed on planet Tianming. With my current cultivation, I can kill him with one hand. How would he dare to go against me? At the end of the day, he was also a human. As long as one was human, they would have fear. They would fear death. There are still 5 days left. Prepare well. After 5 days, no matter what the final result of the deathmatch is, Lin Wudi must die. Yes, I'll go prepare now. The old man left. Yu Quan snorted coldly and returned to his cultivation room. At night, the dark curtain fell. Yu Quan had been cultivating. As an expert on the pilgrim role, in addition to his extraordinary talent, his perseverance and his pursuit of a higher realm were the necessary conditions for him to become a powerhouse. Therefore, whenever he had time, he would cultivate crazily. He slowly formed a seal with his palms, and a terrifying aura of desolation flew out from his fingertips and was absorbed by him. It formed a mysterious cycle. However, at this moment, he suddenly opened his eyes, and his expression changed drastically. In the next moment, he spat out a shield and placed it in front of him. With a boom, the place where he was standing collapsed. Yu Quan was sent flying, and his qi and blood were in turmoil. The shield he took out was a supreme treasure. It blocked these terrifying energy attacks. Who the hell dares to sneak attack me? Yu Quan was furious. He had never thought that someone would dare to assassinate him. Boom. In the midst of his anger, another terrifying piece of information was transmitted to him from behind. It wanted to kill him completely. Not good. Yu Quan's pupils constricted. He opened his mouth and spat out a broken sword. The broken sword was covered with cracks. At this moment, Yu Quan's eyes were bloodshot. Explode. That broken sword suddenly enlarged, cutting through the heaven and earth. Then, it abruptly exploded, blocking this terrifying attack. Whoosh. Violent laws spread out, and energy surged. Yu Quan tore through the void and escaped. At the same time, the people of the great desolate mansion rushed over. What's going on? Protect the young master. For a moment, the surroundings were in chaos. Kill. Yu Quan roared and charged back with his men. In just an instant, he had lost a super powerful saint artifact. How could he be willing to accept this? He had to capture the other party and find out who he was. They charged down and tore apart the laws, but found that the person had already left. Damn it. Yu Quan was so angry that he stomped his feet, and the others' faces turned cold as well. That elder walked over and said coldly, Search quickly, he couldn't have gone far. The surrounding people moved out frantically, but they still returned without any results. The elder came to the ruins and carefully sensed for a while. Then, he grabbed a lump of aura. Young master, look, this black aura should be demonic qi. Demonic qi. Yu Quan frowned. Was it someone from the demon race? It was said that Lin Wudi's relationship with the demon race was not ordinary. He had once led the Sky Devil race's experts to attack. The last time, It was also the Heavenly Fiend race's experts who took action and blocked the 10,000 Swords Pavilion's people. Do you mean that Lin Wuti sent someone to assassinate me? Yu Quan was instantly enraged. Damn it, this brat actually dared to assassinate him. Did he not want to live anymore? His face became ferocious. Now he finally knew why Lin Wuti had let him take the girl away so easily. It turned out that Lin Wuti wanted to give him a taste of his own medicine. He didn't know what was good for him. At first, he thought he had some brains, but now it seemed that he was an idiot. How dare he provoke me outside? Let's go and kill Lin Wuti. They rushed over aggressively. Although many people were resting at night, this terrifying scene still alarmed countless people. What happened? What a terrifying, desolate aura. Why do I feel a sense of desolation? It was the great, desolate mansion's people. Let's go and take a look. Countless people followed from afar. That direction. Wasn't that the direction where Lin Wuti was? Heavens, was Yu Quan going to attack Lin Wuti again? He was really strong. Lin Wuti, come out and face your death. After Yu Quan arrived with the great, desolate mansion's experts, he roared and shattered the void below. It couldn't withstand it at all. In Lin Gongzi's mansion, those people's faces became incomparably pale. They couldn't withstand such a scene at all. The door of the palace opened, and Lin Xian and Murong Qingqing walked out. Lin Xian looked at the sky, then said to the people beside him, "Go back and sleep. I'll help you settle this matter." With that, he stepped into the air and walked forward. Isn't he a genius on the pilgrim roll? Why did he leave in the morning? Is he here again at night? I don't have any spiritual tea here to entertain you. Lin Wuti, you don't know what's good for you. How dare you assassinate our young master? Kneel down and face your death. The great desolate mansion's experts shouted angrily. The surrounding people's faces changed drastically when they heard this. What's going on? Did Lin Wuti attack Yu Quan? He's giving Lin Wuti a taste of his own medicine. I knew it. With Lin Wuti's personality, he wouldn't let it go so easily. I don't like what you said. Which eye of yours saw me sending people to assassinate him? Lin Xian shrugged. I knew you were going to quibble. Look at this. The great desolate lake elder waved his hand, and a ball of black demonic aura rolled in his hand like a black poisonous snake. Has he found evidence? Many people exclaimed. Lin Xian didn't care at all. What can a ball of demonic aura prove? I'm from Wushuang City, and I've never cultivated demonic aura. You can say that my swordsmanship is superb. You can say that my physique is strong, but you're trying to frame me with demonic aura. Do you think everyone is an idiot like you? You. Elder Zhang was so angry that he was trembling. Yu Quan said, there's no need to quibble. Everyone knows that you can mobilize the Heavenly Fiend Tribe's experts. This demonic aura was left behind by the Heavenly Fiend Tribe's experts. What else do you have to say? Lin Xian sneered. Did you get hit in the head by a door? Are you still asleep? The Heavenly Fiend Tribe killed someone. Why are you looking for me? Can I mobilize the Heavenly Fiend Tribe? Do you think that's possible? The Heavenly Fiend Tribe is a terrifying existence. Why should they listen to me? Besides, even if I can mobilize one or two of them, can I mobilize the people in the Heavenly Fiend Tribe's residence? What if others can mobilize the Heavenly Fiend Tribe as well? You want to prove that I'm the murderer with this little evidence? I'm afraid it's impossible. If you can prove it with this evidence, then I can say that I've already searched your soul during the day. The people who tried to assassinate me during the day are from the great desolate mansion. Shouldn't you give me an explanation? At this point, Lin Xian's eyes flashed with killing intent. The surrounding people discussed among themselves. Indeed, there was insufficient evidence to take action. If they took action, it would be a provocation to Wushuang City. What a sharp-tongued brat. Let's see if you can walk out of here alive in 5 days. Yu Quan waved his hand and left with his men. Are they gone? Everyone in the mansion heaved a sigh of relief. Lin Xian pulled Murong Qingqing back to the palace. After setting up the array, he said, assassinate him every day for the next 5 days. Yes. The great devil saint disappeared again. Chapter 4034. Yu Quan had just returned to cultivate when he encountered another assassination attempt. Yu Quan was so angry that he was about to vomit blood. He frantically chased after the person, but the person disappeared again. Damn it. In the next few days, Yu Quan encountered assassination attempts every day, making it impossible for him to cultivate. He couldn't even sleep. He was on the verge of a mental breakdown. Lin Xian, on the other hand, began to appear in various cities with Morong Qing. It seemed that they were enjoying the life of a saint. Many people cried out in surprise when they saw Lin Xian. This was the legendary Lin Xian. Was his wife Morong Qingqing? She was so beautiful. There was actually such a beautiful woman in the world. That's not right. I heard that Morong Qingqing was injured, and there were only a few days left before the saint death duel. How could she have the time to stroll outside? Everyone was puzzled. However, when they saw Morong Qingqing swallowing treasures from time to time, they all went crazy. Oh heavens, what did she just eat? A small dragon. Many people went crazy. Some saints also swallowed their saliva. That wasn't a dragon, but dragon marrow. It was extremely precious. Damn it, did she just eat it like that? She was really generous. What happened next caused everyone to break down even more. They discovered that other than the dragon marrow, there were also treasures like Great Earth Spirit Liquid and 10,000-year spirit herbs. Morong Qingqing ate them like snacks. We were worried that she would be injured. What a joke. With so many treasures, even the most serious injuries would have healed by now. Comparisons were odious. Many saints' mouths twitched. If they had such treasures, they would carefully cut them into 100 pieces and eat them at the most crucial moment. Morong Qingqing ate them like snacks. It really made them jealous. On the 9th day, many experts arrived. Among them, the Golden Crow race and the Peacock race came. The Golden Crow race sent another crown prince, the 6th crown prince. The moment he arrived, he threatened to kill Lin Xian to avenge his brother. The Peacock race also sent a princess, the Peacock goddess. It was said that her strength was terrifying, and her bloodline power had reached an unimaginable level. The people on Clearwater Planet were all excited. It seemed like the two sage death battles were going to erupt tomorrow. Is he here? Lin Xian's eyes also lit up when he heard the news. 6th Golden Crow Crown Prince, Humph. I'll make sure you don't leave this time. The 10th day finally arrived. As the sun rose, countless martial artists screamed excitedly. On the ground of Qingshui Planet, 2 arenas appeared. It was said that it was forged by the peerless expert Duan Qingshan tens of thousands of years ago. It was extremely sturdy and could be used in a battle to the death. Wang. Countless golden chariots flew across the sky, and a majestic figure landed on the battle platform. His voice rang out in all directions. Lin Wudi, come and die. Along with it came boundless flames that engulfed the 9 heavens. So terrifying. This is the Golden Crow 6th Prince? He was much stronger than the 7th Jinwu Crown Prince. It was said that he had entered the Minor Saint realm long ago. It was rumored that he was a strong contender for the Pilgrim rankings. I feel that Lin Wudi might not be able to contend against him. That might not be the case. Lin Wudi had created countless miracles. He might be able to create another one this time. The crowd was in a heated discussion. Some of them supported the Golden Crow 6th Prince, while others supported Lin Xian. Both sides were in a heated argument. On the other side, Jin Shanqing also walked onto the battle platform. He carried a long sword on his back and did not say a word. Today's battle was extremely important to him. Hence, he had to give it his all. The previous battle had shown him how powerful Morong Qingqing was. Hence, he did not dare to be careless. However, he would definitely win this time because he had obtained another powerful trump card in the past 10 days. In the void, a beautiful lady was sitting on the 5-colored chariot. Her body was covered in 5-colored radiance. It seemed like she was the princess of the Peacock race, Princess Kaixia. Apart from her, Yu Quan was also there. He was looking down at the battle from above. Emotio was also there. There were other experts as well. This battle could be said to be the focus of everyone's attention. Under everyone's expectant gaze, 2 figures walked over from afar, hand in hand. The 2 of them were like immortal children. Countless people were envious and looked up to them. They're here. Lin Wudi and Morong Qingqing are here. At this moment, everyone's gaze fell on the 2 of them. Qingqing, be careful. When they came near, Lin Xian reminded her in a deep voice. Brother Xian, be careful too. I will end this battle quickly. Murong Sini came to the battle platform. She and Jian Chancheng had already fought. She was confident that she could kill her opponent today. On the other side, Lin Xian also walked onto the battle platform. The man who was radiating radiance said coldly, "You're Lin Wudi. Later, I will use your blood as a sacrifice to my seventh brother. Is that so? You're very confident. However, it's a pity. Today, I will send you to hell and reunite with your seventh brother. Not only that, I will also send the princes of your golden crow race to hell one by one. Ignorant ant, do you think that you can contend against me just because you killed my seventh brother? Not to mention killing my brothers. Today, I will let you know what strength is." The golden crow's sixth prince's eyes were filled with disdain. So what if Lin Wudi had a legendary battle record? He was confident that he could defeat his opponent today. In the next moment, he directly made his move. The wings on his back flapped. In an instant, he arrived in front of Lin Xian. He raised his palm and slapped Lin Xian's face. It seemed that not only did he want to kill Lin Xian, but he also wanted to use the most humiliating method to kill Lin Xian. The crowd exclaimed. If Lin Xian was hit, it would be a slap in the face. Humph. Lin Xian snorted coldly. An extremely terrifying radiance burst out from his eyes. He also slapped his opponent's face with his palm, and his speed was even faster. It seemed that the two of them were tit for tat. Some experts gasped. The Golden Crow's sixth prince's expression changed. It seemed that his plan was not going to work. He would not let his opponent succeed. He waved his hand and slapped Lin Xian's palm. Boom, boom. The two collided. Boom. It was as if two suns had collided. The terrifying flames and light tore everything apart. However, to everyone's shock, the Golden Crow's sixth prince's palm cracked, revealing white bones. Lin Xian's palm was also covered in blood. However, it was not his, but his opponent's. His opponent's blood ran out and dyed his palm. After the attack, he took a few steps back. His expression became extremely ugly. The others exclaimed, "Tianya." The Golden Crow's sixth prince was injured with one attack. In the competition of physique, Lin Xian actually had the upper hand. This was too unbelievable. The Golden Crow was a legendary divine beast. Its physique was so strong, but it was suppressed at this moment. This shocking scene caused an uproar. On the other side, Murong Qingqing also turned her head and looked over, a smile appearing on her face. It seemed that Brother Xian was not in danger. Jin Shan was also shocked. Fortunately, his opponent was not Lin Xian, but Murong Qingqing. Taking advantage of the fact that his opponent turned his head to look, he suddenly attacked. The starry sky sword slashed through the air, bringing with it a dazzling light. In an instant, it enveloped Murong Qingqing. Chapter 4035. How despicable and shameless. How dare he suddenly attack? He doesn't have the demeanor of an expert at all. Many of the onlookers screamed. Murong Qingqing was so beautiful that she had attracted a large number of followers. Heart Saint was naturally displeased when they saw Jian Chen's despicable attack. However, the people of the 10,000 Swords Pavilion sneered. What do you know? How can you pay attention to other things when experts are fighting? That's right. Murong Qingqing is courting death because of her arrogance. How can we be blamed? Damn it. I've never seen someone so shameless and arrogant. The people around were so angry that they vomited blood. The peerless beauty couldn't have fallen just like that, right? No, the fatally beautiful fairy will definitely be fine. The followers clenched their fists tightly. Jian Chen's lips curled into a smile. Even if he couldn't kill Murong Qingqing with this strike, he would still be able to injure her. He would continue to expand this advantage. It seems that you're really not that strong. How dare you come up with such a despicable method? Amidst the terrifying sword light, a cold voice rang out. Then, a phoenix palm directly pushed the sword curtain away. Murong Qingqing was unscathed. Her beautiful eyes were filled with coldness. How could it be? She wasn't injured. Jian Chen's face turned ugly. The people of the 10,000 Swords Pavilion were also secretly cursing. Murong Qingqing was too terrifying. The surrounding followers cheered. Great! The fatally beautiful fairy was indeed unparalleled. Humph! 10,000 Swords Pavilion. Just wait for your misfortune. Buzz. Murong Qingsheng made her move, attacking Jian Chen. Jian Chen gritted his teeth and roared. He had to win. The two of them fought fiercely. In the other arena, the sixth Golden Crow Prince was at a disadvantage in his first exchange of blows. He couldn't tolerate it. He roared crazily, and his palm healed. Then, he turned into a flame and charged over again. Of course, he didn't dare to fight in close combat this time. Instead, he took out a golden sledgehammer and smashed it repeatedly. The sledgehammer was filled with flames that seemed to be able to burn everything. In the face of such a terrifying attack, Lin Xian sneered and summoned the Death Dharma. He condensed the Death Demonic Saber. A terrifying saber light swept out and extinguished all the golden flames. The originally scorching aura between heaven and earth also dropped rapidly. The two of them fought fiercely, using all sorts of techniques. It was truly a shocking scene. Right at this moment, the Golden Crow's sixth prince shouted angrily. He opened his mouth and spat out 36 golden battle swords. They formed a sword formation between heaven and earth, trapping Lin Xian within. Those golden battle swords were incomparably terrifying. They all had the image of the Golden Crow on them. Was this the Big Dipper battle sword? Many people were surprised. A few older generation figures were also alarmed. Did the Golden Crow's sixth prince bring this type of thing over? How were they supposed to fight? That was because the heavenly battle sword was the Golden Crow Saint King's saint weapon. Legend had it that the Golden Crow Saint King had used the 36 golden holy swords to kill everyone. Thus, he created an illustrious reputation. In front of the Sage King's weapon, even if Lin Wudi had 10 lives, it wouldn't be enough. Some people's eyes lit up. He stared at the 36 swords with fiery red eyes. If he could snatch them. Suddenly, someone screamed. No, this was not the real Big Dipper battle sword, but a replica. Was it actually a replica? Everyone was shocked. However, even if it was a replica, its power was still boundless. With the means of the Golden Crow tribe, this was definitely the strongest saint weapon of the same level, and it seemed like it was specially made for the sixth prince. This was an exclusive saint weapon. Kid, I admit that you have a strong physique, but so what? The biggest mistake you made in this generation was to become enemies with the Golden Crow tribe. Now, you can go and repent. The sixth prince revealed a sinister smile. After being enveloped by the Big Dipper sword formation, even a mid-stage minor saint might not be able to survive, let alone Lin Wudi. However, things went beyond his expectations. Lin Xian directly tore open the void and used the space escape to escape the sword formation. In the next moment, he activated the Tai Chi diagram and charged toward the sixth prince. Yin and Yang Qi circulated, forming a terrifying yin-yang fish that kept spinning. The terrifying aura caused everyone's expression to change. How could it be possible? The sixth prince was also stunned. He really did not expect Lin Wudi to dodge his Big Dipper sword formation in an instant. Moreover, Lin Wudi was still able to return. He was careless and did not have time to escape. Get lost. He struck out a terrifying flame that formed a sky full of Golden Crow fists to fight against the formation. The Tai Chi diagram rampaged and sent all the flames and fists flying. It immediately cut off one of the sixth prince's arms. The sixth prince retreated and screamed. His voice made people's scalps tingle. The surrounding people were stunned. They did not expect the sixth prince to be injured like this. The sixth Golden Crow Prince was even more ferocious. He was completely dumbfounded. How was this possible? Lin Wudi actually injured him again? And this time, his injuries were even more serious than before. He could not accept it. Lin Xian used the void escape and instantly chased after the sixth prince. Another Tai Chi diagram hit the sixth prince's body, causing many cracks to appear on his body. This attack almost cut the sixth prince in half. The sixth prince looked sinister. He did not expect Lin Wudi to be so seriously injured. Get lost. He opened his mouth and spat out a stream of true sun fire toward the Tai Chi diagram. At the same time, he frantically retreated. The true sun fire was very terrifying. Lin Xian did not dare to be careless. He used the Tai Chi diagram to block it with all his might. At the same time, he felt the 36 battle swords behind him charging back. Get lost. He waved his fists and sent out countless fist shadows, causing the 36 battle swords to tremble. However, the Tiangang sword slash was too powerful. His fists could not do anything to it. However, these battle swords could not do anything to him either. He used the stellar transposition in his hands and waved them to both sides. The battle swords slid past him like fish. Despicable brat. You actually dared to injure me so seriously. I will definitely not forgive you. The sixth prince recovered. His eyes were red. Originally, he came with a supreme aura and wanted to suppress his opponent. However, he did not expect to be suppressed by his opponent. He could not bear it. 36 Tiangang swords. Kill. After saying that, he controlled the Tiangang sword formation with all his might. At this moment, he was standing in the middle of the Tiangang sword formation, forming a powerful defense. Then, the 3 battle swords flew up and released an incomparable light as they slashed forward. The flames on the golden battle swords were monstrous. No one could open their eyes. The entire world was dyed red by the light. Buzz, buzz, buzz. 3 streams of light charged towards Lin Xian. Lin Xian's expression was solemn. The Tai Chi diagram spun and rushed forward. Bang, bang, bang. The 3 battle swords pierced through the Tai Chi diagram, but they were stuck. So powerful. They actually broke through Lin Wudi's yin and yang power. Countless people screamed. Although they did not know Tai Chi, they knew yin and yang. This was the yin-yang diagram in their eyes. It represented the source energy of heaven and earth. How powerful was it? Now, the Tiangang swords could actually pierce through it. One could imagine how terrifying it was. Chapter 4036. Continue. The 6th Golden Crow Prince controlled the remaining 30 swords and turned them into streaks of light. He wanted to completely shatter the Taiji diagram and kill his opponent. With a boom, the sky collapsed and the earth cracked. The 6th Golden Crow Prince looked carefully and then laughed proudly. From where he was, the Taiji diagram was broken and the 36 swords had pierced through Lin Xian's body. Ha 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 ha. He's dead. That's great. I can finally take my revenge. However, the surrounding people were all stunned. They saw that the 36 swords had all pierced through the Taiji diagram, but they were all stuck by it. Very good. The corners of Lin Xian's lips curled up. He waved his hands and the Taiji diagram spun, sending the 36 swords flying. In that direction was where the 6th Golden Crow Prince was. Oh no, the 6th Golden Crow Prince is in danger. Everyone's expression changed. The Golden Crows also screamed, Crown Prince. They were all crazy. They realized that their Crown Prince didn't dodge at all. Instead, he stood there and smiled foolishly. What was the meaning of this? In the blink of an eye, the 36 swords had already arrived in front of the 6th Golden Crow Prince. Then, they stabbed into the 6th Golden Crow Prince's body. Although the 6th Golden Crow Prince had a strong physique, he couldn't block these swords at all. In an instant, his body was pierced through. Blood flowed out. The 6th Golden Crow Prince's pupils constricted as he screamed crazily. He screamed crazily. Impossible. What happened? Why was he injured? Moreover, he was so seriously injured. It shouldn't be. He clearly saw that the other party was pierced through by the swords. Damn it, could it be an illusion? The 6th Golden Crow Prince was extremely powerful. He immediately figured it out. He must have fallen for the other party's illusion earlier. Damn it. He was crazy. When did he fall for the other party's illusion? Moreover, the other party's illusion was too powerful. He wasn't prepared at all. The corner of Lin Xian's mouth curled up into a cold smile. He was the one who had cast the illusion. It was easy for the heavenly secret divine eyes to affect the other party. Moreover, the 6th Golden Crow Prince was already impatient and murderous. In addition, he had been injured before, which made him crazy. Thus, there was a huge flaw in the other party's state of mind that could be overcome in an instant. Thus, the current situation was created. Humph, you aren't much either. You can't even compare to your 7th brother. Lin Xian walked forward. In his hand, A demonic blade of death was formed and slashed down. Damn it! The golden crows in the sky were enraged. The sixth golden crow prince's pupils also shrank. He raised his golden hammer to block the attack. With a clang, the golden hammer was sent flying, and one of his arms was chopped off. The life force and blood on it were quickly draining away. Then, it turned into a skeleton. The sixth golden crow prince's wound was also tainted by the law of death. At this moment, it was absorbing its vitality. He roared crazily and unleashed the true sun flame, igniting these death laws. His expression was extremely ugly. Being pierced by the 36 heavenly dipper swords caused him to suffer fatal injuries. The current him was no match for the other party at all. Therefore, he gritted his teeth and said, "Damned brat. You actually dared to use illusions to harm me? This battle doesn't count. We'll fight another day after I recover from my injuries." The surrounding spectators were shocked when they heard this. It seemed that the sixth golden crow prince had admitted defeat. It was too unbelievable. The other party was so arrogant before he came that countless people even thought that he would definitely win this time. The one who would die would be Lin Xian. However, the scene of the battle was beyond their expectations. Lin Xian looked up to the sky and laughed after hearing this. "What do you think this is? Are you kidding around? This is a life and death battle. It's either you die or you die. You actually want to fight another day? Do you think that's possible?" The demonic blade of death slashed down crazily. "How dare you? I'm the Golden Crow Prince. Men, take him down." The sixth Golden Crow Prince roared crazily. He dodged the blade with difficulty, but he was sent flying by Lin Xian's kick. The cracks on his body became even bigger, and he vomited large mouthfuls of blood. The golden crows in the sky rushed down crazily. "Damn it, how dare you?" "Humph!" Lin Xian snorted coldly. Wherever the long blade went, a death crack appeared and directly cut off the sky and earth. The golden crows felt the law of death on it and were shocked. They joined forces to break his law of death. These people spat out the flames of the sun and burned. On the other side, Lin Xian turned his head to look at the sky again. "UK, didn't you say that you wanted to maintain the fairness of the battle? It's time for you to stand up. The Golden Crow clan wants to go back on their word. What do you think we should do?" In an instant, countless gazes fell on Luo Yuquan. UK's face sank. "Damn it, why did the other party drag me into the water at this time? Young master, don't fall for his trick," the elder next to him reminded him. UK nodded. "I know," he said, "regarding this matter, I think." He wasn't done yet. Lin Xian nodded. "Very well. UK said that one of us must die in the life and death battle, so I'll listen to young master Yu Quebec die." As soon as he finished speaking, his death demonic blade directly enveloped the sixth Golden Crow Prince. The sixth Golden Crow Prince let out a miserable scream, but he couldn't leave the blade light at all. UK, who was in the sky, was also stunned. His face became extremely ugly. "Damn it, when did I say that one of us must die? I told you to stop." However, it was already too late. The sixth Golden Crow Prince had been pierced by the battle sword and was already seriously injured. He didn't have much combat strength left. Now, with the addition of the death demonic blade, he died directly. Even his soul was destroyed. The corpse fell to the ground. The people of the Golden Crow clan went crazy. Another one of their princes had died. This was an earth-shattering matter. How were they going to explain it when they returned? The surrounding people were also dumbfounded. The sixth prince was dead. Lin Wudi was really decisive. This time, he probably wouldn't rest until the Golden Crow clan was dead. Good stuff. Lin Xian's eyes lit up. The Golden Crow meat was a top-grade delicacy. How could he miss it? Moreover, he also took a fancy to the 36 heavenly dipper swords, so he waved his hand and directly sealed the corpse. The 5 elemental laws kept spinning, forming a 5 elemental seal that enveloped the corpse. Then, he put it away. Seeing that the sixth prince's corpse was gone, the eyes of the powerhouses of the Golden Crow clan turned red. "Damn it, They finally tore apart the death elemental laws and attacked. Go to hell. Hand over the corpse of our crown prince. Attacks rushed out crazily. Lin Xian used the void escape and dodged these attacks. He came outside the arena and sneered. Why? Do you want to take revenge? Is the Golden Crow clan so petty? We agreed on a life and death battle, but you didn't prepare to die. Why did you come to fight this battle? The surrounding people were also discussing animatedly. Yes, in a life and death battle, losing meant death. This was a very normal thing. The sixth prince of the Golden Crow clan had pretended to be cool, but he didn't expect that these people couldn't take it anymore. What Golden Crow clan? They don't have any tolerance at all. Don't you know that you have to admit defeat when you bet? Cold laughter sounded. The powerhouses and elders of the Golden Crow clan were so angry that they vomited blood. Chapter 4037. Damn it. Hand over the corpse of our crown prince. These people gritted their teeth. Yu Quan's expression tensed up. Hurry up and say it. Before he could finish, Lin Xian laughed. Young Master Yu Quan, you're drooling. Don't worry, I'll share half of it with you later. All right, if there's nothing else, you can leave now. What? You still want to fight to the death? I'll take it today. Lin Xian snorted coldly. The people of the Golden Crow clan went crazy and killed him. These people rushed over crazily. On the other side, Yu Quan, who was in the sky, also threw the blame to him. He could clearly feel that the people of the Golden Crow clan were also releasing killing intent towards him. What? You want to die? I'll grant you your wish. In the sky, a terrifying black chi shrouded down. It was an extremely terrifying message that blocked the illusions of the Golden Crows in the sky. Damn it. The people of the Golden Crow clan gritted their teeth in anger. Do you think we're not prepared? At this moment, the people of the Golden Crow clan snorted coldly. They condensed an ancient shadow. They condensed an immemorial void beast and charged towards the demon saint. They already knew that Lin Xian had a powerful devil saint by his side, so they were fully prepared. Sure enough, the late minor saint of the devil race also felt the pressure and was suppressed for a moment. Old ancestor, they're very strong. Why don't you think of a way to leave first? The devil saint said. Lin Xian's face turned gloomy. These Golden Crows are really despicable. They even used such a powerful method. It was impossible for him to retreat. After all, Murong Qingcheng was still here. However, he wasn't afraid of this kind of attack. At most, he could just use the Grand Sage Tower. He formed a hand seal and wanted to summon the Grand Sage Tower. However, at this moment, a gourd smashed down and blasted many Golden Crows away. Cracks also appeared on the immemorial Golden Crow's silhouette. Damn it! Who is it? The minor saints of the Golden Crow clan went crazy. Who could be so strong? In the next moment, they saw a sloppy Taoist walking towards them from afar. He looked like a drunkard, swaying as he walked. At this moment, he was holding a gourd in his hand. Damn it! This guy dares to interfere with our business? Does he want to die? The Golden Crows gritted their teeth. The sloppy Taoist glanced at him. Did he still want to fight? I don't mind enforcing justice on behalf of heaven. Hearing this, everyone was shocked. They were from the Heavenly Law Alliance. They were from the Heavenly Law Alliance. Did the Heavenly Tao sect send an expert to protect Lin Xian? Wasn't he abandoned by the heavens? Could it be that the legends weren't true? The people around him went crazy. The experts from the Holy Lands were also stunned. Lin Xian was surprised as well. He had seen this slovenly Taoist before, as well as the other members. For example, Taylor Hua. Furthermore, he knew that the Heavenly Tao Union was not called the Heavenly Tao Union but the Deity Tao Union. However, when he left planet Tianming, he remembered Taylor Flower saying that they had helped to stop the Bronze Emissary. However, they shouldn't have bothered with ordinary pursuits. Could it be that someone even more terrifying had arrived this time? Damn it! The people from the Golden Crow tribe also had ugly expressions. The Heavenly Law Alliance was an extremely terrifying and mysterious existence in the second astral realm. If the other party wanted to interfere, it would really be difficult for them today. At that moment, the crowd exclaimed again. That was because the battle between Morong Qingqing and Jian Shun in the other arena had also changed. Originally, Jian Shun was suppressed and even injured. He was about to be defeated. However, at that moment, four extremely terrifying sword auras shot out from his body. As soon as the four sword auras shot out, they sent Morong Qingqing flying. Heavens, Jian Shin actually had such a trump card. No way, what kind of sword aura was that? It was too terrifying. Many people exclaimed. Lin Xian also frowned. Damn it, it wasn't Jian Qin's sword aura. He could clearly feel that the four sword auras were definitely not Jian Qin's. In other words, it was someone else's sword intent that was left in Jian Qin's body. He looked at the elders of the Myriad Sword Pavilion and understood. This should be Jian Qin's trump card. He wanted to use this method to kill Qingqing. How despicable. Morong Qingqing, I admit that you're powerful, but so what? I'll definitely win today. It's a pity that a peerless beauty like you is going to fall. However, you're Lin Wudi's woman. Today, I'll personally kill you in front of him. I'll let him know what pain is. At that moment, the four sword auras around him became even more dazzling, as if they were heavenly swords. These four sword auras were formed by the four elders of the Myriad Sword Pavilion continuously for 10 days and 10 nights. They were so powerful that even Tin Morong Qingqing wouldn't be able to block them. This was his greatest trump card. It was also the reason why he dared to participate in the deathmatch of the Saints. This was because the 10,000 Swords Pavilion cultivated the 10,000 Swords Return to Origin. This peerless cultivation method allowed them to absorb other sword auras and store them in their bodies. Then, they would use the ancestral swords. These four sword auras were enough to destroy everything. Well, it was all over now. Jian Shun waved the astral sword in his hand, and the four terrifying sword auras shot forward. The sky fell, and the earth cracked. Countless people screamed. The eyes of the followers turned red. Was Morong Qingqing going to fall? They couldn't bear to see such a peerless beauty die. Damn it, Jian Shun was despicable. This was definitely not his power. But so what? Even if these people knew. So what? The sword fell. No one could change the outcome of the battle. Lin Xian's face darkened. He even wanted to attack. However, the people of the Golden Crow clan stopped him. Kid, I'll let you know what pain is. The Great Desolation Mansion also sent out experts to stare at Lin Xian. At the same time, UK sneered. I won't allow anyone to destroy the fairness. At this point, he revealed a cold smile. Since Lin Xian dared to make him the scapegoat twice, he would kill his woman here. Damn it. Lin Xian's face darkened. He wanted to activate the Void Escape and use the Great Dragon Sword Soul to attack recklessly. At this moment, Morong Qingqing laughed. So this is your trump card. It's actually someone else's power. Jinshin, I really look down on you. You don't deserve to be the chief disciple, and you don't deserve to be a swordsman. A seven-colored light bloomed on Morong Qingqing's body, and the shadow of a phoenix surrounded her. At the same time, a small pagoda appeared in her hand. The small pagoda was exquisite, and it bloomed with a mysterious light as soon as it appeared. So what if you said so much? In the end, I'll be the one who lives. Jian Shun charged forward. In the next moment, an earth-shattering sound was heard. Was she dead? Everyone was paying attention. Morong Qingqing was very likely to fall. However, Lin Xian was stunned. He didn't make a move. Instead, he sneered. Soon, the others realized that something was wrong. Chapter 4038. They realized that the terrifying seven-colored phoenix had not weakened. Instead, it had become even stronger. Through the laws, they saw that Morong Qingqing had blocked the four-sword chi. In front of Morong Qingqing, there was a small, exquisite pagoda that blocked everything. How could it be? Jian Shun was stunned. The people of the 10,000 Swords Pavilion were also in a frenzy. How terrifying were the four-sword chi? Morong Qingqing should not have been able to block it, but she had. Damn it! What was the exquisite pagoda? They were extremely shocked. The others were also discussing it. Lin Xian was also surprised. He could see that the exquisite pagoda was exactly the same as the desolate pagoda in the Jade Pool. Of course, It could not be the real desolate pagoda. Lin Xian guessed that it should be a replica. However, the replicas of extreme-grade weapons were far more powerful than other sacred weapons. It was not difficult to block the four-sword chi. Your trump card is just Oso. This battle could finally come to an end. Murong Qingcheng activated the exquisite pagoda and completely suppressed the sword chi. Then, the seven-colored phoenix rushed out. No! The elders of the 10,000 Swords Pavilion screamed. Jinshan, retreat quickly. Jinshan also retreated frantically. He had lost, but he did not want to die. He tore open the void and wanted to leave. With his strength, it was not a problem for him to escape. Moreover, there were so many sword saints of the 10,000 Swords Pavilion nearby. As long as he left the life and death arena, no one could hurt him. However, in the next moment, his body stiffened and he could not even move. Damn it, what was going on? What kind of power was this? Jin Shan was terrified. Murong Qingcheng was also stunned. She originally thought that her opponent could really escape, but in the next moment, she realized that. In the midst of her seven-colored phoenix, a five-colored light appeared and directly imprisoned her opponent. Was someone secretly helping her? At this moment, her seven-colored phoenix had turned into Kunlun Slash. It split her opponent's body. Blood splattered everywhere. Jin Shan was completely dead. No. The people of the 10,000 Swords Pavilion screamed crazily. They couldn't accept that their chief disciple had been killed. Damn it. Many sword saints rushed over in an instant. Lin Xian snorted coldly. Let's see who dares to make a move. He came to Murong Qingcheng's side, exuding a terrifying aura. In a battle of life and death, it is up to the heavens to decide the outcome of the battle. Don't you understand this? The sloppy Taoist said indifferently. Damn it. The 10,000 Swords Pavilion was so angry that they wanted to vomit blood. The corners of Lin Xian's mouth curled up into a cold smile. Great, that despicable bastard is finally dead. However, Murong Qingcheng frowned. Lin Xian was worried. Qingcheng, are you injured? Murong Qingcheng shook his head. I'm not hurt, but things are a little strange. At the last moment, Jin Shan should be able to escape the arena, and the Sword Saints would be able to protect him. But she was held in place by someone. Held in place? What does that mean? Lin Xian was puzzled. Murong Qingcheng said, in my seven-colored phoenix, there was a five-colored light that shrouded the opponent. The opponent couldn't move at all. The five-colored light also had the ability to hold the opponent in place. Lin Xian immediately thought of Qingkuan Mountain. That was a treasure of the peacock race. He looked up at the princess in the five-colored chariot in the sky. He frowned slightly. Are you saying that the peacock race helped you in the end? How is that possible? The peacock race was their archenemy. How could they help her? However, he knew that Murong Qingcheng wouldn't be wrong. It was really a strange thing. He didn't know what the princess of the peacock race was planning. The beautiful figure in the five-colored chariot in the sky said calmly, "Let's go." Hearing this, the people of the peacock race drove the five-colored chariot and flew away. Are the two battles of the Sage Deathmatch over? The crowd was filled with emotions. However, at this moment, there was an extremely terrifying aura fluctuation between heaven and earth. Under their feet, the ground rolled and a terrifying array formation was formed. It shrouded everyone. At the same time, many figures appeared in the sky. Their auras were terrifying. Who is it? It's not a trap. Everyone roared. Damn it. Run. These people went crazy in an instant. Lin Xian's pupils constricted. He stared at those people in the sky. They were the killers of the mortal world. Oh no, we're in danger. Lin Xian's expression became extremely ugly. This time, there were many killers, and there was an extremely terrifying killing array here. Why didn't they sense it before? In an instant, those killers attacked crazily. Together with the terrifying killing array, some people died in an instant. Blood dyed the ground red. Everyone inside was attacked. Whether it was the Golden Crow race, the 10,000 Swords Pavilion, or Yuquan and the others, they were all hunted down. In fact, even the bystanders were mercilessly killed by them. Lin Xian and Murong Qingcheng were the focus of attention. In an instant, 10 killer saints charged towards them. Buzz. Lin Xian punched in all directions, forcing those killer saints to retreat. At the same time, the Linglong Pagoda in Morong Qingqing's hand shone brightly. The two great demon saints kept attacking to protect Lin Xian's safety. The slovenly Taoist master roared and attacked as well. A great battle broke out. It was extremely intense and chaotic. The slovenly Taoist master not only protected Lin Xian, but he also wanted to protect everyone. This was because he used the gourd to release monstrous flames to defend himself. The mortal world wanted to kill all of them. It was too terrifying. Moreover, the Heavenly Law Alliance had received the news in advance. What was even more strange was that this happened after the peacock race had left. Lin Xian's mind was racing as he attacked the enemies. He felt that it was too strange, especially the princess of the peacock race. She became a saint as soon as she left. If it was a coincidence, then his luck was too good. Moreover, she had helped Morong Qingqing and killed Jian Chun. He also felt that it was inconceivable. He smelled the scent of a conspiracy. Could it be that this peacock race's Princess Caixia had some connection with the mortal world? Let's go. Lin Xian brought Morong Qingqing into the Great Sage Pagoda. They broke through the killing arrays and killed their way out. The others also fled as the mortal world's assassins chased after them. Lin Xian's Great Sage Pagoda was extremely terrifying. Together with the Linglong Pagoda in Morong Qingqing's hands, they tore apart all the pursuers. They left this world. Is Big Brother Xian leaving? Is he not going to care about those people in the mortal world? Lin Xian looked down. Forget it. The mortal world is too terrifying. We were able to kill our way out because of the saint artifacts in our hands. If not for the Great Sage Pagoda, it would not have been easy for us to escape. Moreover, the Deity Dao Alliance has interfered in this matter. I think that with their strength, they should be able to suppress it. As expected, before they left, Lin Xian seemed to see a flood dragon descend from the sky and tear the entire array apart. He knew that it should be the flower tailor. With such an expert here, the mortal world's people should have retreated. Let's go back to Wushuang City. Lin Xian had been out for so long. It was time for him to return to Wushuang City. Chapter 4039. Peerless City. In Water Sky City, Shi Bufan and the others came out of seclusion. After returning from planet Tianming, they had been digesting the treasures they had obtained. Today, they all came out. Lin Xian was back. Senior brother Lin. They surrounded him excitedly. During this period of time, not only did the news about Lin Xian not decrease, it actually increased. When they came out and found out, they were also extremely shocked. This must be senior brother Lin's wife. She's so beautiful. A lot of people looked at old Morong Qingqing, revealing a shocked expression. Morong Qingqing nodded and greeted them. Wang Xiaofeng gritted his teeth. Doesn't senior brother Lin already have senior sister Shin? He even has such a beautiful wife. Morong Qingqing spoke again. Oh yes, where's Chio'er? Isn't she here? They were shocked. It seemed that Morong Qingqing knew about Shin Jingqiu. They seemed to be on good terms. It seemed that they had worried too much. These people looked at Lin Xian with envy in their eyes. I wonder what methods senior brother Lin has to be able to pursue two peerless beauties at the same time. What a blessing. Wang Xiaofeng walked out and said, Senior sister Shan hasn't returned yet. Lin Xian said, I was with Chio'er. She has something to do. I think she'll be back after she's done. All right, stop crowding around here. Hurry up and go cultivate. When the time comes, we'll go create a new world together. The people around them went back. Lin Xian brought Morong Qingqing back to his cultivation ground. As the head disciple, the residence he had was much better than the others. After returning, the two of them had a good rest. On this day, a figure appeared. Morong Qingqing, who was admiring the flowers in the courtyard, was stunned. Fu Hongye was also stunned. This must be the saintess of Kunlun Pavilion. I'm Fu Hongye. I'm here to look for junior brother Lin. Morong Qingqing nodded. Lin Xian walked out from inside. Senior brother Fu, you're here? I won't disturb you, right? If you're busy, I'll come find you later. As he spoke, he looked at Morong Qingqing. Morong Qingqing blushed. Lin Xian said that he wouldn't delay. Oh right, I have golden crow meat here. You can take half of it. Lin Xian handed over a storage ring. Fu Hongye's eyes lit up. Junior brother, you're really something. Fu Hongye had eaten the golden crow meat before and was still thinking about how to get some. She didn't expect Lin Xian to give it to her. Then I'll accept it without hesitation. He took it and said, Master wants to see you. Junior brother Lin, you have a high chance of becoming the next direct disciple. Upon hearing this, Lin Xian was stunned. Fu Hongye's master was the owner of Peerless City, the Peerless Saint King. If the Peerless Saint King wanted to see him, could it be that he wanted to accept him as his direct disciple? After hearing this, the core disciples who lived in the surrounding area all stuck their heads out and exclaimed, Is senior brother Lin going to become a direct disciple? That's really worth celebrating. With senior brother Lin's strength and status, it was only a matter of time before he became a direct disciple. They were really envious of him. The status of a direct disciple was even higher than that of a chief disciple. That was because he was the disciple of the Saint King. Of course, there were only 3 generations of disciples in Peerless City. Of the 3 chief disciples, only Lin Xian wasn't a direct disciple now. However, it seemed that he would become one soon. Qingqing, you can cultivate here first. I'll go with senior brother Fu. Then, Lin Xian followed Fu Hongye and flew into the depths of Peerless City. Peerless City was very big. Fu Hongye even had to take him through 2 teleportation portals to reach their destination. There was a light screen in front of them. Let's go in. Fu Hongye led Lin Xian through the light screen. In the next moment, they walked in. Lin Xian realized that there was a different world inside the light screen. There were birds chirping and flowers fragrant. It was like a celestial paradise. In front of a waterfall, there was a figure standing. Lin Xian looked over and realized that it was a young man who looked to be about 16 or 17 years old. He had a handsome face and a pair of clear eyes. There was a supreme spiritual aura in them. Who is this? Could it be that he's also a direct disciple? Lin Xian was stunned. He didn't know that there was such a genius in Peerless City. Just by looking at the other party's temperament, he was probably an incredible genius. He didn't know. What kind of person was the Peerless Holy King? His master had already arrived. Fu Hongye walked forward and said respectfully to the 16 or 17-year-old young man. Lin Xian's eyes widened. His jaw was about to drop. Oh my God! Did he hear wrongly? Fu Hongye also called the kid in front, Master. This young, delicate, and adorable youth was actually the Peerless Saint King. Lin Xian felt that he was about to faint. Because in his imagination, unparalleled Holy King should be a majestic middle-aged man with a majestic gait. He didn't expect him to be so young. Of course, he knew that the Peerless Holy King only looked young on the surface. He was definitely an old monster who had lived for thousands of years. However, for a powerhouse who was thousands of years old to have such a childish appearance, it seemed that he still had a child's heart. The Peerless Holy King turned around and looked at Lin Xian with a faint smile. Fu Hongye said, Junior brother Lin, what are you looking at? Hurry up and greet the Holy King. Lin Xian came back to his senses and quickly cupped his fists. Greetings, Senior Holy King. Fu Hongye also said, Master, Junior brother Lin might have lost his composure because it's his first time meeting the Holy King. The handsome young man waved his hand as if he didn't care. Hongye, you can leave first?
Yes.
Fu Hongye respectfully left the mystical secret realm. Only Lin Xian and the Peerless Holy King were left. There were sounds of birds and beasts chirping and the sound of the waterfall. The Peerless Holy King had his hands behind his back. Although he looked young, there was a deep light in his eyes. One could tell that he was an overlord of the astral boundary, a supreme existence. He walked around Lin Xian 3 times and kept nodding his head. Looking at Lin Xian, he felt goosebumps. Damn, what is this Peerless Holy King doing? What is he thinking? Did I really anger him just now? I wonder why the Holy King is looking for me. Lin Xian took a deep breath and asked in a deep voice. The Peerless Holy King clapped his hands and laughed. Good, good, good. He said the word good 3 times in a row. His eyes filled with satisfaction. Hearing this, Lin Xian also heaved a sigh of relief. It seemed that the peerless Holy King had a good impression of him. I wonder if the Holy King summoned me here because he wants to accept me as his personal disciple, he asked with a smile. Lin Xian felt that it was very likely to be the case. However, the peerless Holy King shook his head. No, I can't accept you as my personal disciple. Chapter 40. Can't? Lin Xian was also stunned. What did he mean? If he wasn't going to take him in, why did he call him here? Seeing Lin Xian's puzzled expression, peerless Holy King smiled. I won't take you in as my disciple because I can't. Because you're my junior brother. What? Lin Xian was completely stunned. Junior brother? How did he become peerless Holy King's junior brother? He had never seen peerless Holy King before. Aren't you the disciple of the Wine Sword Immortal? I'm the disciple of the Wine Sword Immortal. You're the disciple of the Wine Sword Immortal. Lin Xian was completely stunned. The Wine Sword Immortal was also Lord Alcohol. Lin Xian was indeed Lord Alcohol's disciple, but he had never thought that Lord Alcohol had other disciples. And this disciple was actually peerless Holy King. Isn't this too unbelievable? Lin Xian had never thought that he would have another senior brother, and a Holy King at that. Little junior brother, come with me. Peerless Holy King waved his hand, and Lin Xian walked forward. He still felt like he was in a dream. However, after hearing Peerless Holy King's explanation, Lin Xian gradually understood that this was indeed Lord Alcohol's disciple. That meant that he was really his senior brother. No wonder he couldn't take him in as a disciple. Master, how are you doing? Peerless Holy King asked. Lin Xian sighed. I haven't seen him in a long time. The last time I saw him, he seemed to have recovered a little. The two chatted for a long time, and Peerless Holy King said, although I'm only your senior brother, I can't teach you any martial arts problem. As long as I know it, I won't hold back. But there's one thing. This identity can't be made public for now. Other than the two of us knowing it, you have to act like how you were before. Okay, I understand. Lin Xian nodded. All right, junior brother, let me see your current strength. Peerless Holy King smiled and stood up. Show me your laws. Lin Xian displayed the 5 elemental law, the law of death, the law of sun, and the law of sword. Peerless Sage King was shocked when he saw it. With your current strength, killing ordinary early minor saints shouldn't be a problem at all. However, your laws can still be improved. A supreme sacred ruler was a sacred ruler. His comprehension of nomological laws far surpassed Lin Xian's. Therefore, with his guidance, Lin Xian corrected some of his mistakes. His understanding of nomological laws became even more profound. Peerless Saint King could give some pointers on the Sword Tao, but he could not give any pointers on the Divine Body. The 9 Young Divine Body was rare in the world, so Lin Xian had to figure it out himself. Fortunately, he had the Divine Body inheritance. As long as he had enough resources and opportunities, he would be able to improve his 9 Young Divine Body. Little junior brother, take this jade pendant with you. You can come to my mystic realm directly at any time. For the next month, Lin Xian spent his time cultivating in the secret realm. After a month, he left temporarily. Outside, Fu Hongye was still waiting. Seeing Lin Xian come out, Fu Hongye smiled. Junior brother Lin, how is it? Have you become a personal disciple? Lin Xian shook his head. No. How is that possible? Fu Hongye didn't believe it. With Lin Xian's talent, he was probably stronger than him. How could he not become a personal disciple? Lin Xian said, my reason is very special. It's because I had a master before. I promised him that I would take him as my master for the rest of my life. Therefore, I won't take any other master. The sacred ruler understood this very well. That's why he said that I don't have to take him as my master, but he can teach me. So that's the reason. Fu Hongye was surprised when he heard it. However, he also said that since he could be a master, then it's about right for him to be a personal disciple. Then, the two of them left. Lin Xian returned to his mansion. You're back. Morong Qingqing walked out and asked, how is it? Lin Xian said, do you know, I still feel like I'm in a dream. He walked in and told Murong Qingqing. Murong Qingqing was also surprised when he heard it. Unparalleled sacred ruler was Lord Jia's disciple. That meant that he was Lin Xian's senior brother. Lin Xian nodded. Was it a dream? It was indeed a dream. Murong Qingqing was also surprised. Oh right, Qingqing, this matter has to be kept a secret for now. In the following days, Lin Xian had nothing to do, so he went to the Wushuang's secret realm. He could even take Murong Qingqing with him. That was because his identity was not ordinary. Unparalleled sacred ruler naturally had no objections. In fact, he was very happy. There were many sacred places for cultivation in the Wushuang secret realm. Lin Xian had tried them all. Some of them were surprisingly effective, but of course, they were also very dangerous. There was a bloody path, and Lin Xian was seriously injured inside. All right, junior brother, I haven't given you a greeting gift since I told you about the situation the last time we met. This time, senior brother will give you a greeting gift. What greeting gift? Lin Xian was surprised. How could the sacred ruler's greeting gift be bad? Enter the waterfall. Lin Xian walked into the waterfall. In the next moment, he found a cave inside. After entering, he sat down cross-legged. Then, she felt an endless amount of pure energy rushing towards her from all directions. The energy was too strong, but it was not violent at all. It was unusually gentle. It allowed him to absorb it safely. Lin Xian was overjoyed. He was too shocked. Did senior brother want his cultivation to reach the next level? This was really a huge gift. He was already at the late stage of the 5th heaven. If he reached the next level, he would be at the 6th heaven of the sage realm. In other words, he would enter the small saint realm. Was he finally going to enter this realm? He stabilized his mind and broke through with all his might. Outside, peerless sacred ruler shouted coldly. Lin Xian quickly came back to his senses and did not dare to think too much. His eyes shone with a piercing light as he quickly absorbed the energy. 3 days and 3 nights later, an extremely terrifying aura came from inside. With a loud boom, the void in all directions trembled nonstop. With a long roar, Lin Xian flew out of the waterfall. His body was shining brightly, and his sword qi was monstrous. At this moment, his aura was countless times stronger than before. Because he had reached the early stage of the 6th heaven of the sage realm, small saint, he had finally become a small saint. His strength was much stronger than before. Previously, he could kill people at the early stage of the 6th heaven. Now, he had reached this realm. Ordinary experts of the same level were no match for him at all. Unless it was an extremely terrifying genius like him, only then would they be able to fight him. Otherwise, with his strength, it would not be a problem for him to kill ordinary saints at the middle stage of the 6th heaven. Even now, Lin Xian was confident that he could fight against the sky prides on the pilgrim roll. Yu Quan. A piercing light appeared in his eyes. After entering the small saint realm, it seemed like he would have to fight with his opponent. Chapter 40-41. Brother Xian, you've finally broken through. Murong Qingqing also smiled. Her beautiful smile made the surroundings lose their luster. The unparalleled Sage King nodded in satisfaction. As expected of the 9 Yang divine body and the dragon sword soul. If it were someone else, they would be able to break through 2 or 3 realms in a row. However, you've only broken through 1 realm. This shows that you have great potential. Junior brother, stabilize your realm first. Half a month later, you can go to Qingshui planet. Hearing this, Lin Xian was stunned. What else was there if he went to Qingshui planet? You should have heard of the legend of Qingshui planet. Back then, Duan Qingshan was a sage king. Legend has it that he came from Qingshui planet. After he grew old, he lived in seclusion on Qingshui planet. Therefore, there was a family on Qingshui planet called the Qingshan family. They should be the descendants of Duan Qingshan. This time, the leader of the Qingshan family is going to celebrate his 3000th birthday. You can represent me to attend. Okay, I got it. Next, Lin Xian cultivated in the unparalleled secret realm for another half a month to completely stabilize his realm. Then, he and Murong Qingqing got up. After experiencing the assassination in the human world, Qingshui planet was originally quiet. However, it was lively again these few days. The powerhouses and geniuses of the holy city rushed over again. The people on Qingshui planet were in an uproar. Rumor has it that there is a Qingshan family in Qingshui planet. They are the descendants of the Sage King. However, they usually hide in the mountains and lakes and can't be found at all. It seemed that these people from the holy city were here to celebrate the birthday this time. Indeed, ordinary people weren't qualified to go to such a place. Only the geniuses of the holy city and some terrifying powerhouses were qualified to enter. In the void, a stream of light streaked across, and then two figures appeared. They were back again. Murong Qingqing's beautiful eyes flickered. She was very emotional, because not long ago, they had experienced a life and death battle here. Now, they were back again. Lin Xian looked around and saw many terrifying figures flying into the distance. He was puzzled. It was really surprising. Logically speaking, Duan Qingshan was already a figure from tens of thousands of years ago. He had already fallen long ago, and there were no saint kings among his descendants. Was such a clan worth such a big fuss? It was indeed very strange. There should be some hidden secrets. We'll know when we get there. The two of them flew into the distance. Everyone had only one goal, which was the Green Mountain tribe. Therefore, the further they flew, the more they gathered together. Lin Xian could also feel the terrifying auras of the people around him. There were even many elders among them. They passed through many mountains. In the endless mountain range, he found a mature one. This should be the Green Mountain tribe, hidden in the mountains. Lin Xian looked around. At first, it was just a city deep in the mountains. It was nothing special, but the more he sensed it, the more he realized that this city was not ordinary. There was a mysterious aura around it. On top of the city walls, there were profound Dao runes. Although they had been damaged by the passage of time, they were still incomparably terrifying. This was an ancient city that had existed for tens of thousands of years. Could it be that Duan Qingshan had personally built a city for his descendants? The geniuses of the other sacred cities were also shocked. To be honest, they were also disdainful of such a clan. They were just a declining clan. If it were not for the request of their elders, they would not have come. However, at this moment, in front of this Green Mountain city, their expressions changed. Their expressions were solemn. It seemed that they had underestimated the Green Mountain tribe. Just the city walls alone were enough to make them feel like they were facing a great enemy. Therefore, they also stopped looking down on the Green Mountain tribe and began to take this Sage King clan seriously. Let's go. A powerful sage took a deep breath and took the lead to fly into the distance. They landed one after another. In the face of such a terrifying city, no one dared to fly in directly. They could only come down and submit their invitations, and then be brought in. Lin Xian and Murong Qingqing also landed. In this place, these arrogant and unruly powerhouses actually lined up in a line without the slightest bit of noise. They must have been shocked by the terror of this city. At the entrance, there were 2 lines of 20 people. They were guarding there. They carefully checked their identities, then cupped their fists and entered the city. These 20 guards were not ordinary either. They were all sages of the 5th heaven, and each of them had outstanding talents. Moreover, they seemed to be very young. They looked to be about 500 years old. This Green Mountain tribe was incredible. Although they kept a low profile, their foundation was terrifying. Lin Xian thought about it, and felt that it was a little similar to the Heavenly Demon tribe. Those were all terrifying inheritances, but there was no new Sage King. Although it might be a little weaker than the Sacred City, it was much more powerful than the other major clans. Just their foundation alone was incomparable. It's you. Just then, a roar rang out, and in the next moment, countless sword lights. This caused the entire world to tremble violently. The only quiet place was Green Mountain City in front of them. The expressions of the surrounding sages changed drastically. What a terrifying sword chi. It was the people of the 10,000 Swords Pavilion. Murong Qingqing, how dare you kill my chief disciple? Die! And you, Lin Wudi, die too. The elders of the 10,000 Swords Pavilion were filled with murderous intent when they saw this scene. The surrounding people were shocked. Lin Wudi and Morong Qingqing, the two of them were here too? Previously, they were shocked by Green Mountain City and forgot to pay attention to other things. They did not expect the two of them to be among them. The two of them still dared to come. One should know that the previous life and death battle was witnessed by countless people. In their opinion, these two young people would not appear in front of everyone for a short period of time. But they did not expect them to see through it. Lin Wudi, prepare to die. On the other side, the people of the Golden Crow tribe also rushed over. The two sides of the sacred city, Lin Xian and Morong Qingqing, were firmly surrounded. How dare you? Who allowed you to fight here? The 20 guards in front shouted coldly. They struck out, the long spears in their hands uniformly piercing the void. A terrifying aura fluctuated. Although there were only 20 of them in the fifth heaven, they were not afraid in the face of these small saints. Because they were from the Green Mountain tribe. Please forgive us. We have some private matters to attend to. Don't worry, we won't disturb Green Mountain City. The elder of the 10,000 Swords Pavilion said. On the other side, the people of the Golden Crow tribe also said that they would bring the two of them out of this space. Hearing this, the 20 guards withdrew their long spears, looking indifferent. Kid, have you thought about how you want to die? The people of the two sacred cities sneered. Chapter 40-42. Lin Xian snorted coldly. You want to attack me? Jin Shan is dead. The sixth Golden Crow Prince is also dead. Have you chosen a new crown prince and chief disciple? If you have, let them come and have a death match with me. Otherwise, get out of my sight. You're courting death. I'll kill you today. A golden crow? The elder roared and descended from the sky. In an instant, he arrived in front of Lin Xian. With a wave of his hand, the true sun flame instantly enveloped Lin Xian. The surrounding void collapsed in an instant. The true sun flame was truly too terrifying. It caused the surrounding people to turn pale. This is an expert of the older generation. He's even stronger than the sixth Golden Crow Prince. Can Lin Xian resist him? Lin Xian snorted coldly. He stretched out his golden hand and grabbed all the true sun flame in his palm. Then, he struck out with his palm. This time, the true sun flame flew out. Along with it, the 9 suns' divine flame intertwined and shot towards the elder of the Golden Crow race. With a loud bang, the elder was pushed back 3 steps. His arm hung limply by his side. He was dumbfounded and speechless. Not only was his opponent able to block his attack, but he was also able to force him back. The others were also in an uproar. This kid's strength had become stronger again. Damn it, we must kill him. These people's eyes were red. It had only been a few months, but his strength had become stronger again. If this continued, he would break through to the minor saint realm very soon. They could not let this person be arrogant and grow stronger. In an instant, the people of the Golden Crow race and the Wan Sword Pavilion were ready to attack. Lin Xian snorted coldly. Who dares to attack? He took out a token and said coldly, This time, I'm here to represent the unparalleled Saint King in the birthday banquet. Whoever touches me will be challenging the unparalleled Saint King. His cold voice echoed in all directions. Everyone was in an uproar. His identity was too extraordinary. The people of the Wan Sword Pavilion sneered. What qualifications does a third-generation disciple have? The Golden Crow race's people didn't believe it either. The others were also shocked. That's right. If one were to represent the Sage King, then it should be the first-generation disciple, Linghu Chueshue, or the second-generation disciple, Fu Hongye. How could it be Lin Wudi, the third-generation disciple? Lin Xian snorted coldly. Open your dog eyes and take a good look. This is an unparalleled order. Everyone carefully forgot about it, and then gasped for breath. They could sense the aura of a Sage King from the token. It really was the Sage King's token. Furthermore, it was a personal token. Damn it! Did the other party really represent the Saint King? Lin Wudi was valued to such an extent. Could it be that he had already become a personal disciple? All kinds of thoughts flashed across their minds. Do you still dare to make a move? Lin Xian looked at the people from the 10,000 Swords Pavilion and the Golden Crow tribe. The faces of these two powerhouses from the holy cities turned extremely ugly. Although they were strong, they did not dare to provoke the Sage King. Humph! The people from the 10,000 Swords Pavilion snorted and withdrew their swords. Brat, consider yourself lucky this time. The next time I see you, I'll definitely kill you. As they said that, they walked in. On the other side, the people from the Golden Crow tribe also said, "You won't be so lucky every time." The battle ended just like that. Lin Xian took out the unparalleled order, which shocked the people of Green Mountain City. They had heard of Lin Wudi's name before, but in such a situation, with so many elders and seniors present, Lin Wudi was a rising star and could not attract their attention at all. Even if he was the chief disciple, it would not work, because there were too many chief disciples present this time. But now that the other party took out the Sage King order, it was different. This was a representative of the Sage King. Such a status was completely above those people. Hence, they even sent their elders to welcome him personally. They invited Lin Xian and Morong Qingqing in. The two elders came together and invited them in respectfully. This was too grand. Many people's eyes turned red. They did not receive such treatment. Even these older generation figures did not receive such treatment. A young junior had surpassed them, but there was no other way. After all, he had the unparalleled order. After entering, Lin Xian saw many people in the city. There were people from the Green Mountain tribe, and also people from the Second Galaxy, the big families, and the Sacred City. It was really lively inside. In this Green Mountain City was a huge city. It was very spacious inside. The mansion they were going to this time was at the center of Green Mountain City. The two elders flanked Lin Xian and Morong Qingqing and introduced them to the buildings and palaces. These buildings and palaces seemed to have a history. Lin Xian was very surprised after hearing this. Morong Qingqing, who was next to him, also blinked curiously. At this moment, 5 claps of thunder sounded in the distance. The two elders' faces changed. Lin Xian asked, "What's going on?" The two elders said that a holy venerate level great figure had come. "Both of you, please forgive us for not treating you well. We have to go and entertain the sacred venerable." The two elders had an apologetic look on their faces. "It's okay. Please go ahead, elders." Lin Xian cupped his fists. Anyway, they already knew the location of the mansion. Besides, the two of them had more freedom to wander around. The two elders left. Lin Xian even found that many elders in Green Mountain City had been dispatched. It seemed that they were going to welcome a great figure. Indeed, a sacred venerable was in existence above a little saint. He was a terrifying expert in the 7th heaven of the Sage realm, second only to the Sage King. Such a person would be the overlord of a region in the universe. In the holy city, they would also be elders or protectors with high authority. He was far from being comparable to an ordinary elder or other sage. The arrival of such a person was enough to cause a sensation. Sure enough, countless people in Green Mountain City also looked up. The next moment, they saw a majestic figure being respectfully invited in by countless elders. In an instant, he disappeared into the mansion in the distance. Is that a sacred venerable? It's so scary. I can feel an extremely terrifying aura from him. Not long after, another 5 thunderous sounds were heard. The second sacred venerable was also invited in. Lin Xian and Morong Qingqing were also surprised. It seemed that many great figures had arrived. They wondered what was going on. Was it just to celebrate the birthday? In fact, everyone had doubts in their hearts. Lin Xian and Morong Qingqing went on their way again. At this time, a voice was heard from afar. "By Shanchuan, don't blame me for being rude if you continue to follow me." The voice attracted the attention of countless people. Lin Xian and Morong Qingqing also stopped and looked to the left. This was because the voice was extremely familiar. It was Sister Hongxiu. Morong Qingqing was stunned. Even Lin Xian was stunned. Li Hongxiu was standing in front of them, but at this moment, her small face was a little pale. In front of her was a young man in a white robe. There were a few young geniuses beside him. It seemed that they were entangled. Chapter 40-43. What's going on? Lin Xian and Murong Qingcheng walked over immediately. Hongxiu, are these people bothering you? Lin Xian asked with a frown. Murong Qingcheng also asked, Sister Hongxiu, do you want us to help you? Both of them had teamed up to fight against the enemy in Roland's Golden Palace and had formed a strong friendship. It's you guys. Li Hongxiu exclaimed when she saw the scene. The man in the white robe frowned. With an unfriendly look on his face, he shot Lin Xian a glance. However, when he saw Murong Qingcheng, his expression froze for a second, and then a trace of fire appeared in his eyes. What a stunning beauty! She was not inferior to Li Hongxiu. In fact, she was even more outstanding. He was dumbfounded. The geniuses around him were also dumbfounded, and their eyes burned with passion. Murong Qingcheng frowned when she saw the scene. Li Hongxiu snorted, and Bai Shanchuan came back to his senses. He was pursuing Li Hongxiu and could not be too interested in other beauties. However, Murong Qingcheng was too beautiful. Although he tried his best to restrain himself, he could not help but look in her direction. Hongxiu, what's going on? Who are these guys? Lin Xian asked coldly. Bai Shanchuan came back to his senses. Humph, I'm asking you. Who are they? Especially this brat. Who was he? He had a strong sense of enmity towards him. This brat was actually able to walk together with such a peerless beauty. His heart was filled with jealousy, especially when he seemed to be on good terms with Li Hongxiu. He was going crazy with jealousy. Li Hongxiu, wanted to say something, but a smile suddenly appeared on her face. She told me and you that he's her man. Are you unhappy? Speaking of this, she whispered a message to Murong Qingcheng. Sister Qingcheng, I need to borrow your man for a while. Lin Xian was stunned. Oh my God, what's the meaning of this? Bai Shanchuan was even more stunned. This young man is Li Hongxiu's man? Are you kidding me? Why didn't you tell me before? Why should I tell you? Li Hongxiu snorted. Bai Shanchuan said, Hongxiu, stop acting. Your acting skills are not that good. How can you be a couple with him? At this point, he looked at Murong Qingcheng. His meaning was obvious. Murong Qingcheng grabbed Lin Xian's other arm and said with a smile, Can't the two of us like the same man? Hearing this, Bai Shanchuan almost spat out a mouthful of blood. The geniuses around him went crazy as well. F***CK. Two peerless beauties were actually taken by a man. Damn it. If looks could kill, they would have cut Lin Xian into 1,000 pieces. Lin Xian didn't know whether to laugh or cry when he felt himself being hugged by two women. However, he could tell that Bai Shanchuan was probably pestering Li Hongxiu. So he also said, That's right, both of them are my women. If you're not happy, come and bite me. Kid, do you want to die? Quickly let go of Hongxiu. Bai Shanchuan shouted angrily. A terrifying purple light appeared on his body. A terrifying aura spread out. This Bai Shanchuan was actually a minor saint. Moreover, his cultivation seemed to have reached the peak of the early stage of minor saint. That's right, kid. Quickly kneel down and accept your death. What right do you have to have such peerless beauties? The people behind him roared crazily. Lin Xian narrowed his eyes. How dare you fight with me? Do you know who I am? I don't care who you are. How dare you snatch my women? I can only say that you're tired of living. Bai Shanchuan roared. The people around him were also stunned. Their expressions became extremely strange. It was Lin Wuti. Heavens, there's someone who dares to provoke Lin Wuti. Is that white-robed guy an idiot? He actually dares to provoke Lin Wuti. Sigh, he should be a retard. I don't think he can survive. Discussions broke out. Bai Shanchuan's lungs were about to explode when he heard that. These people didn't think highly of him and even called him an idiot. Do you want to die? His gaze swept across the crowd. Those people were so frightened that they didn't dare to speak. However, there were still people who snorted coldly. You challenged Lin Wuti and said that we're courting death. Why don't you find out about Lin Wuti's battle record? Lin Xian said after hearing that. Did you hear that? I advise you not to fight. So, you're that Lin Wuti. Bai Shanchuan's face was cold. How could he not have heard of this name? He just didn't expect it to be this kid in front of him. So what if you're Lin Wuti? Do you think that you can fight against me just because you killed a few young geniuses? Bai Shanchuan sneered. I'm not comparable to those young geniuses. I've been a minor saint for 80 years. Can you fight against me? Moreover, you dare to use the name of being invincible? You're really courting death. Bai Shanchuan faced Lin Xian without fear. Moreover, he was acting all high and mighty. The people around were shocked. Who is this person? Even the chief disciple isn't as arrogant as him. Yeah, he's not someone on the pilgrim list. If someone on the pilgrim list was so arrogant towards Lin Xian, it was understandable. But where did this man in white get his courage from? Lin Xian was also stunned. He looked at Li Hongxiu and asked, "Who's this idiot?" "His name is Bai Shanchuan. He's from the Purple Void Temple. His grandfather is a saint venerable. He was just invited in. The grandson of a saint venerable. No wonder he's so arrogant. It seems like he dares to be so unscrupulous because his grandfather is here." When the others heard that, they felt their scalps go numb. They didn't dare to say anything else. His grandfather is a saint venerable. Moreover, he's in Qingshan City. They don't dare to provoke such a terrifying existence. No wonder he dares to provoke Lin Wudi. Lin Xian was also stunned after hearing that. Then, he sneered disdainfully. Chapter 40-44. Do you think Lin Wudi will dare to fight? That Saint Master is in the city. Who knows? Don't you know Lin Wudi's character? It doesn't matter if you're a Saint Master or the grandson of a Saint King. On the other side, Murong Qingqing frowned slightly. Brother Xian, hold back. Don't kill him. Otherwise, it'll be troublesome if that Saint Master comes. It's impossible for them to fight against a Saint Master with their current strength. Lin Xian nodded his head in agreement. Don't worry, I'll let him live for the sake of his grandfather. On the other side, in the Green Mountain Mansion, there was a magnificent hall. All the top experts were gathered there. He was either a powerful elder or a terrifying saint venerable. Among them, there was an old man in a cloud robe. His aura was terrifying. He was a saint master. He was Bai Shanchuan's grandfather, a powerful existence in the Purple Virtual Palace. Sitting next to him was the chief elder of the Green Mountain sect. At this moment, the great elder seemed to have received the news. He was surprised. "Oh, what's going on?" the other saint masters asked. The great elder of the Green Mountain sect said, "Taoist Bai, your grandson seems to be fighting with someone. Do you want me to send someone to stop him?" Many saint masters looked at Saint Master Bai as soon as he said that. Saint Master Bai Shanchuan was also stunned. Who is Shanchuan going to fight with? I heard that it's Lin Wudi. Many people's eyes lit up. Are you talking about Lin Wudi from the Wushuang city? He just killed the 6th prince of the Golden Crow not long ago. Why did he have a conflict with Bai Shanchuan? Discussions broke out one after another. Saint Master Bai was also stunned, but then he smiled. It's okay. Shanchuan's strength is above the 6th prince of the Golden House. He's already at the peak of the 6th heaven. He's one step away from the intermediate small saint. His strength shouldn't be a problem. All right, let the younger generation solve their own problems. It seemed that Saint Master Bai was very confident in his grandson. The others nodded and didn't say anything. After all, no matter how terrifying Lin Wudi was, he was just a young junior to them. That was all. Even if the other party was extremely talented and could become a great sage in the future, or even an existence above the great sage, it would still be a matter of thousands of years later. News of the battle between Lin Xian and Bai Shanchuan quickly spread through Qingshan City. Many people gathered at the ancient ring. Bai Shanchuan stood in the ring and looked down. Brat, come on. I'll let you know the difference between us in this battle. Bai Shanchuan snorted. The surrounding people were discussing. Who was this person? He actually dared to challenge Lin Wudi. He was Bai Shanchuan. His grandfather was the Lord, and he lived in the mansion. It turned out that he was someone with such a background. Moreover, his cultivation was already at the peak of the early stage of the 6th heavenly layer. Soon, he would enter the middle stage. He was even stronger than the 6th Golden Crow Prince. Perhaps he could really suppress Lin Wudi. No wonder he dared to fight with Lin Wudi. He was such a strong cultivator. Hearing the envious voices around him, Bai Shanchuan's lips curled into a smug smile. On the other side, Lin Xian also walked up to the ring. He was expressionless. Let's start. I don't have time to play with you. Play? Do you think I'm playing with you? Bai Shanchuan's eyes flashed with killing intent. He instantly turned into a stream of light and leaped over. What a fast speed! The surrounding people exclaimed. Li Hongxiu also exclaimed. Great void step. Brat, be careful. This is the unique skill of the purple virtual temple. The great void step was extremely fast. In the blink of an eye, he was in front of Lin Xian. A palm came down from the sky. You have some strength. Lin Xian's eyes lit up. He originally thought that this person was just relying on his grandfather's reputation. Now it seemed that he had some real skills. His strength was even above the Golden Crow Prince and Jianshan. Interesting. I'll use you to test my skills. Lin Xian had just broken through and wanted to give it a try. Now that he met such a strong cultivator, his blood was boiling. With a sway of his body, he dodged instantly like a kuenpeng. Brat, do you think you can dodge in front of me? Bai Shanchuan sneered and continued to use the Great Void Step. Lin Xian used the kuenpeng movement technique. The two of them were like two bolts of lightning, shuttling back and forth in the arena. The surrounding people were stunned. They could not catch sight of the two of them at all. They could only see some afterimages. So fast. These two are too strong. Yes, if I were to fight with them, I would probably be killed instantly. Some of the geniuses from the sacred city were also sweating profusely. The older generation figures sighed as well. We're old. There are new talents in every generation. We've been eliminated by the times. Humph. Purple Light Palm. Seeing that his opponent's speed was not inferior to his, Bai Shanchuan's face turned cold. His Great Void Step was extremely terrifying in terms of speed. He had never seen someone of the same level who was faster than him, not to mention someone whose cultivation level was lower than his. But now, his opponent's speed was not inferior to his at all. His opponent was even suppressing him. How could he tolerate this? Therefore, he did not want to compete with his opponent in terms of speed. Instead, he attacked abruptly. His palm stretched out towards the void. In his palm, countless purple light principles filled the air. Then, it formed a purple light that shrouded the entire arena. Every ray of light was like a peerless heavenly blade. It carried an unusually cold chi. With this palm, his opponent would not be able to escape no matter how fast he was. Another unique skill, many people exclaimed. They could see that the purple light was equally terrifying. He's indeed the grandson of the Lord. Looks like he's been trained by the Lord all these years. His strength is too strong. I feel that this Bai Shanchuan can fight against a middle minor saint expert. Indeed, Lin Wudi has met his match. What a terrifying palm technique. Lin Xian was also surprised. However, he snorted and threw out a punch. A fist bloomed with radiance, emitting an incomparable radiance along with the sun. The two of them continued to clash. Every clash was earth-shattering. After 4 rounds, Bai Shanchuan's face became extremely solemn. To be honest, although they had not exchanged many blows, his opponent's technique had shocked him. He realized that his purple light palm could not do anything to his opponent. His opponent's fist seemed to be able to pierce through the sky. Damn it, I don't believe that I can't do anything to you. Bai Shanchuan gritted his teeth and roared. He retracted his hand and did not use the purple light palm again. Instead, he kept forming seals. The seals were formed very quickly. He formed thousands of seals in a row. Damn it, is this the legendary flipping sky seal? Bai Shanchuan already knows this unique skill. Chapter 40-45. As soon as the voice came out, many people's faces changed drastically. This was a peerless divine power. Legend had it that it could even overturn the sky. However, it was very difficult to cultivate this kind of divine power. Legend had it that not many people in the Purple Void Temple knew it. Most of them were elders. Among those young people, No one had heard of anyone who could use the overturning sky seal. They did not expect Bai Shanchuan to be able to use the overturning sky seal. Kid, let's see how you'll die this time. Bai Shanchuan's lips curled into a cold smile. Not good, Li Hongxiu exclaimed. Murong Qingqing also frowned. Lin Xian's face also froze. What a terrifying aura. His body swayed, and he instantly punched out. His entire arm seemed to have turned into a golden dragon, rushing forward. Block it for me. Bai Shanchuan opened his mouth and spat out a huge mountain, blocking in front of him. The mountain law on it was very terrifying. However, it exploded in an instant. Not only that, the fist directly smashed into his hand, sending him flying. With a crack, his arms turned into a bloody mist. A miserable sound came, and he vomited a large mouthful of blood. Was it broken? Many people screamed. The older generation figures were also stunned. They did not expect the overturning sky seal to be broken by Lin Wudi before it could form. Damn kid! How dare you break my divine power? Bai Shanchuan covered his wound and gritted his teeth. Lin Xian sneered. You're too slow in forming seals. You didn't even make a move. You'll probably be defeated. This time, I'm giving face to your grandfather. Otherwise, I would have destroyed your soul with that blow. The people of the Purple Void Temple also became extremely frightened. They did not expect young Master Bai to be defeated. Damn it, how could this be? Young Master Bai, are you all right? Damn Lin Wudi, how dare you hurt our young Master Bai? Do you want to die? They quickly kowtowed and apologized. These people roared crazily. Humph! Lin Xian snorted coldly. These people held their heads and screamed. They were instantly attacked by the eye technique. They were bleeding from their 7 orifices. So powerful. The others were terrified, no longer daring to clamor. You have lost this battle. Disappear from Hongxiu's sight. Lin Xian said coldly. On the other side, Bai Shanchuan struggled to stand up. His somewhat handsome face became extremely ferocious. Damned brat, I haven't lost yet. You were the one who launched a sneak attack. Now, you can go to hell for me. As he spoke, he formed another seal with his hands. A small seal flew out from between his eyebrows. It was a palm made of jade. It was very exquisite and very small. As soon as it appeared, it grew bigger with the wind. Bai Shanchuan spat out a mouthful of blood on it, then shouted angrily. Sky-flipping seal. Die for me. What's going on? Everyone was stunned. Wasn't the other party's overturning sky seal already broken? Do you still want to use it? No, Bai Shanchuan's speed was too slow. If it were someone else, he might have succeeded. But Lin Wudi's speed was too fast. He didn't give his opponent any time to react. Those experts shook their heads. But soon they said, no. They realized that Bai Shanchuan didn't form any seals at all. And the small jade hand that he spat out suddenly grew bigger. That hand formed a seal. It was like a huge seal that slammed down from the sky. Seeing that seal, someone screamed. That was the overturning sky seal. How was that possible? How could he use it without forming a seal? What was that? Some of the older experts screamed. They used the overturning sky seal in advance, condensing it with a powerful treasure and fusing it with their power. It was a life-saving technique that could be used directly at a critical moment. What? The overturning sky seal that the sacred master used was fused with the sacred artifact? The surrounding people were all stunned. Oh no, Brother Xian, Murong Qingqing also exclaimed. That wasn't Bai Shanchuan's power at all. That was the power of the sacred master. Damn it, how dare you cheat? Li Hongxiu was also angry. Kid, retreat. There was no need to fight with him anymore. He had already lost. It was too late. Bai Shanchuan sneered and locked onto Lin Xian. Lin Xian felt a fatal danger. Was that the real overturning sky seal? Buzz. He roared angrily, and a dragon-shaped sword soul instantly appeared in his hand. With a roar, endless light shone so brightly that everyone could not open their eyes. Meanwhile, he waved the dragon-shaped sword chi and slashed down, colliding with the overturning sky seal in the sky. Boom, 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 boom. Everyone kept retreating. However, Many people shook their heads. It's over. Lin Wuti is dead for sure this time. I didn't expect Bai Shanchuan to have such a trump card. No one below the Sacred Master level can resist it, let alone Lin Wuti. After all, that was a life-saving treasure. But soon, they were stunned. That was because they discovered that the cyclic sky seal had been sliced apart by the sword. The cyclic sky seal in the sky had been split into two. Bai Shanchuan also vomited blood and was sent flying. A crack appeared between his brows and spread all the way to his stomach. The crack was getting bigger and bigger, and his entire body was dyed red with blood. Bai Shanchuan screamed in horror. How was that possible? His opponent had broken his overturning sky seal and injured him. That was unbelievable. That was a life-saving treasure that his grandfather had personally given to him. How could his opponent have broken it? The others were also stunned. They didn't expect Bai Shanchuan to be the one to lose, and his life might even be in danger. The dragon-shaped sword shadow in the sky was still descending. It seemed that Bai Shanchuan was going to die soon. At the same time, in the mansion of Qingshan City, the sacred masters and martial venerables were chatting and talking about martial arts. All of a sudden, Saint Bai spoke up through Kongming. A jade pendant on his waist suddenly shattered. Oh no, Shanchuan is in danger. With that, he tore open the void and disappeared. Boom. In the arena, Bai Shanchuan was in despair. He had lost his life-saving treasure. Was he really going to die? Grandfather, save me. He screamed crazily. With a boom, a huge palm directly sent the dragon-shaped sword chi flying. Moreover, Lin Xian was also hit by the power. His pupils constricted. He used the void escape and instantly appeared in another space. Where Lin Xian was, the void shattered and a black hole appeared that connected to the netherworld. Terrifying. That was the real overturning sky seal. Who was it? Was it a sacred master? Everyone screamed. Brother Xian, Murong Qingqing, and Li Hongxiu were also extremely nervous. However, when they saw Lin Xian appear in another direction, they all heaved a sigh of relief. Lin Xian's face was extremely cold. If he didn't have the space divine ability and the heavenly secret divine eye, he would have been in danger. When a sacred master attacked, he could only dodge in advance. If he reacted and dodged again, he would definitely die. That should be Bai Shanchuan's grandfather, Sacred Master Bai, right? The other party was so ruthless. He had already broken the rules of the second astral realm. Chapter 4046. To think that the Purple Void Temple was so despicable that they dared to break the rules of the second astral boundary. Lin Xian's cold voice could be heard. The others felt their scalps go numb. Indeed, a sacred master was not allowed to attack anyone below the sacred master level. But the attack just now was obviously merciless. If Lin Xian was hit, he would definitely be smashed into pieces. How could you be so ruthless at such a young age? How dare you injure my grandson so severely? Sacred Master Bai's face was extremely cold. Although he had blocked the attack just now, Bai Shanchuan's injury was beyond his expectation. The sword scar on his body was too terrifying. The aura left on it was so sharp that it shocked him. If Bai Shanchuan was alone, he would not be able to heal the sword scar. I'm ruthless? Lin Xian laughed. Do you think everyone is an idiot? Why don't you ask who was the one who used a forbidden weapon to kill me? You left the sky-flipping seal for him, right? That's your power. Your grandson wanted to kill me. Why can't I fight back? Your grandson is despicable and shameless. Not only did you not educate him, you even protected him. In your eyes, you're even more despicable than your grandson. You actually want to kill a young genius. A crooked stick will have a crooked shadow. Sacred Master Bai was so angry that his nose was crooked. He was a sacred master. Who dared to provoke him? But this brat in front of him actually acted so recklessly. Space tore open, and the other holy venerates appeared. When they saw this scene, their expressions sank as well. Because they were sacred masters, they had to protect the dignity of sacred masters. Young man, you've gone too far. Didn't your sacred city teach you how to respect your elders? One of them said coldly, "Humph, I respect true heroes. As for those despicable and shameless people who attack young geniuses, I despise them no matter how high their cultivation is. Good, good, good. Today, I'll represent Wushuang City to teach you a lesson." Sacred Master Bai was so angry that he laughed. He waved his hand, and the sky-flipping seal was thrown out again. The surrounding people went crazy. If this attack continued, Lin Xian would at least be half dead. His body and soul would probably be destroyed. Lin Wudi was too arrogant. That's right. Normally, it was fine for him to go against those young geniuses. But now, he actually dared to disregard the sacred venerables. He was afraid that he wouldn't have a good ending. The other holy venerates did the same, watching coldly. They also felt that the other party was too arrogant and needed to be properly suppressed. Fight me. Look at what this is. Lin Xian took out the Wushuang token again. He didn't dodge at all. The unparalleled medallion blossomed with light, and a voice sounded from within. What? You dare to make a move against me? Accompanying him was a young man who looked to be around 15 or 16 years old. As soon as he appeared, he gave off an extremely terrifying aura. Wong. The cataclysmic seal in the sky was instantly shattered by the youth's palm. Not only that, but one of Saint White's arms had also exploded into a bloody mist. He screamed miserably, his face pale. His holy blood pierced through heaven and earth. Oh my heavens! What's going on? 100 Saint Venerables are injured. This was impossible, right? The surrounding people were all dumbfounded. The eyelids of the other holy venerates twitched wildly. A wave of fear gushed out from the bottom of their hearts. The Holy King's phantom. They looked at the handsome youth in front of them, and their faces became extremely solemn. The others also looked over. Holy King. This young man is actually a holy king. Could he be the unparalleled Holy King? Everyone knew that there was a holy king in every holy city, but only a few had actually seen a holy king. Hence, they didn't know that the Holy King looked so young. What? Are you going to make a move against the people of Wushuang City? The unparalleled Holy King's phantom asked after he came out. Holy King White quickly said, I wouldn't dare. This is a misunderstanding. My grandson is useless and offended the genius of Wushuang City. I'll punish him now. As he said that, he recovered his arm and slapped Bai Shanchuan's face. Slap. Bai Shanchuan's face was smashed, and he fell to the ground, wailing like a ghost. He couldn't believe that his grandfather would hit him so hard. Then, Saint White looked at Lin Xian and said with a smile, Forgive me, young master. I was just playing with you just now. Humph. Lin Xian sneered. Playing with me? If he didn't have the Wushuang token, he would have been killed. As expected, the unparalleled Holy King's phantom sneered. Playing with me? Then I'll play with you too. Take my attack. Saint White was scared out of his wits when he heard that. Although it was just a phantom, he was still a holy king. His means were not something that he could withstand. Hence, he quickly said, Holy King, please calm down. I won't dare to make a move against Wushuang City again. Lin Gongzi, please forgive me for my mistake. Lin Gongzi. A holy king was so powerful that countless elders of the Green Mountain tribe would welcome him personally when he arrived. However, at this moment, he was bowing down in front of Lin Xian. Coupled with the fact that he was so arrogant, it was quite ironic. Seeing that Lin Xian was unmoved, Saint White gritted his teeth and looked at Bai Shanchuan. It's all your fault, you little bastard. How dare you offend Lin Gongzi? Get over here. I'll beat you to death today. He immediately conjured a whip of the law and whipped Bai Shanchuan's body. Bai Shanchuan's skin and flesh were torn apart. After a few thousand whips, Bai Shanchuan was beaten beyond recognition. His flesh was badly mutilated, but he was still breathing. Everyone's scalp went numb. This Saint White was really ruthless. He was so cruel to his own grandson. It seemed like Saint White was really scared. Lin Xian had a cold smirk on his face the entire time. This matter still depended on his senior brother. Seeing that, the unparalleled Holy King's phantom said, Seeing that it's the birthday of the Green Mountain tribe, I'll spare your life today. If you dare to make a move against the people of Wushuang City again, I'll let you know what it means to live a life worse than death." After saying that, the unparalleled Holy King's phantom disappeared. Saint White's back was drenched in sweat. The other Saint Venerables were also sweating profusely. At this moment, the way they looked at Lin Xian had changed. "Damn it! This kid is here on behalf of the unparalleled Holy King. His identity is really extraordinary. He's not any weaker than us." The people of the Green Mountain tribe were also stunned. A few elders quickly walked over and said, "This way, please. Please forgive us for not treating you well." They respectfully invited Lin Xian and his group in. The few Saint Venerables' faces were gloomy. They did not say a word and returned to the main hall. The surrounding people were in an uproar. It was really exciting. They reckoned that Bai Shanchuan would not dare to come out and show off in the future. They wanted to spread the news, but soon, the people of the Purple Void Palace came over and warned them. Whoever dared to spread the news would be killed without mercy. These people knew that the Purple Void Palace would not let the news spread for the sake of a Saint Venerable's face. Hence, most people did not know about it. Only a small number of people who were watching the battle knew about it. But it was enough. Because this time, the people who were intimidated were not ordinary saints, but Saint Venerables. Chapter 40-47. At this moment, these sacred venerables and the elders of the Green Mountain tribe were all in awe of Lin Xian. Lin Xian and the rest felt uncomfortable being surrounded by a group of old monsters. Therefore, they found an excuse to leave the main hall after a while. After leaving, Li Hongxiu heaved a sigh of relief. "Great, I don't have to be bothered by that guy anymore. I have to thank you this time. It's nothing. Let's go. The scenery over there is pretty good. Let's go take a look." Lin Xian brought the two peerless beauties to play in the mansion. On the other side, the atmosphere in the main hall had eased up a little. They did not expect Lin Wudi to be so valued that he even brought the unparalleled order. They wondered if he had become a personal disciple. He should be, right? Although he was strong, he still needed a few hundred years to fully mature. Only by relying on the Wushuang token can you fight against us. What they really wanted to see was the Pilgrim Board. It was said that there were a few geniuses who had the strength to make it to the Pilgrim Board. They wondered what kind of bloodbath would be stirred up for this board. That was not very likely. Although these rising stars were strong, it was still too difficult for them to make it to the Pilgrim Board. Every single person on that list was a world-shaking powerhouse. Someone else came. Suddenly, a sacred venerate looked into the distance. The other sacred venerables also stood up. It seemed like an old friend had come. They should go out and welcome him. Sure enough, another sacred venerate came. Green Mountain City was once again in an uproar. However, Lin Xian and the rest did not know that at this moment, they were sitting in the pavilion, feeling the breeze and looking at the fish in the pond. They were very relaxed. "Big Brother Jean, your swordsmanship is really too powerful. With your pointers, my swordsmanship actually improved again." "That's right. In just 2 days, our swordsmanship has improved. It's really incredible." At this moment, a few excited voices came from the courtyard opposite the pond. Then, the voice of a young man rang out. "You are all sword geniuses. I'm just giving you a little guidance. I'll teach you another move. Hurry up and take a look. It's the sword geniuses of the 10,000 Swords Pavilion teaching sword skills. Let's go and listen." Many people surrounded them. Among them, there were many people from the Qingshan clan. Oh, Lin Xian's brows twitched when he heard this. Myriad Swords Pavilion, Big Brother Jean. When did another expert appear in Jiang'a? To be honest, he had seen many sword saints, but there was only one that could enter his eyes, and that was Wan Jianni. He didn't even take a liking to Jian Chen. So why was there another genius in the way of the sword here? Let's go and have a look. Lin Xian, Murong Qingqing, and Li Hongxiu walked down from the pavilion. They walked on the water and crossed the pond. Then, he walked to the courtyard next door. Many people had gathered in the courtyard next door. A young man and 3 people from the Qingshan clan were standing in front of them. A young girl and 2 young men. At this moment, He was incomparably excited. That man with a long sword on his back should be the so-called Big Brother Jean. Someone exclaimed from the side. Jean Xiongfei. He didn't expect that he would come as well. He was a genius disciple from the previous generation. That's right. His strength had long reached the intermediate minor saint realm, and his sword skills were superb. His guidance would definitely be beneficial. Countless people were discussing. Lin Xian narrowed his eyes. A disciple from the previous generation of Myriad Swords Pavilion. No wonder. He should be about 500 years older than them. He was from the same generation as Fu Hongye. The young girl and the two young men were about 15 or 16 years old. Although they were young, their chi wasn't weak. They were both kings. As expected of a big clan, a 14 or 15-year-old king would be considered a top overlord in other worlds. The young girl's sword technique was a soft sword technique, like a cool breeze. It was ethereal, but it was strange and tricky. It was like an antelope's horn that couldn't be seen clearly. At this moment, Jean Xiongfei looked at this scene and nodded slightly. Not bad. However, the speed of her attack should be faster. Don't treat the sword as a weapon. Treat it as a part of your body. Treat it as your arm. Only then can you achieve the unity of man and sword better. Also, you have to change your state of mind. You have to imagine yourself as a gust of wind. What you practice is the wind sword skill. You have to integrate yourself into the sword skill. After hearing this, the young girl nodded. Although she didn't fully understand, she still did as she was told. As expected, her sword skill became more ethereal. This time, it was as if she couldn't see clearly. The surrounding geniuses exclaimed. As expected of Jean Xiongfei, he could enlighten people with just a few words. Thank you, Big Brother Jean. The young girl was very happy. To be honest, according to age, Jean Xiongfei was old enough to be the ancestor of these three young men. However, the status of the Green Mountain clan was high. Therefore, they were treated as peers. All right, I'll give you some pointers on your prairie fire sword skill. Jean Xiongfei nodded and looked at the other young man. That young man was incomparably excited. He pulled out a fiery red sword. With a twist of his wrist, the sword pierced out. Flames danced in the sky, burning fiercely. With a single slash, a crack appeared in the void. Many people exclaimed. It seemed like this young man was also a genius. Jean Xiongfei said, "The power is very good, but it's not enough. When you attack, raise your arm an inch higher. When you stop, move your arm an inch to the left. Try again." The young man's little face was red. He nodded. According to Jean Xiongfei's instructions, he attacked again. This time, he was actually able to split open two cracks in the void. Great, the power has become stronger. The young man was excited. The others also exclaimed. This Jean Xiongfei was really amazing. Brother Jean was really a sword genius. Now that they saw it, they were really impressed. Many people began to flatter him. However, at this moment, laughter came from the crowd. Who dared to laugh at this time? Did they not want to live anymore? Jean Xiongfei's face also darkened. Oh, I wonder who it is. Do you have any objections to my words? You can come out and give me some pointers. As he spoke, his gaze was also very small. Soon, he locked onto a place. The others also looked over. The next moment, they were discussing. What beautiful women. They were the first to see two beautiful women. They were like fairies. Even Jean Xiongfei was stunned. However, soon, someone screamed. Wasn't that Lin Wuti? Indeed, between the two peerless beauties was Lin Xian. The laughter from before was also made by Lin Xian. At this moment, he still had a smile on his face. When he saw many people with strange expressions, he said, "Sorry, I couldn't help it because it was really too funny." "What are you laughing at?" The people of the 10,000 Swords Pavilion roared. Damn it, it was this guy again. He was too detestable. Their chief disciple was killed by the woman next to him. Moreover, it had a lot to do with Lin Wuti. They couldn't wait to tear her into pieces. Now, she was starting to laugh at their senior brother Jean again. You're tuning into the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.